You're hearing back and forth with Intel. We're all getting ready for Powell. Again, on Fridays when he speaks, you did have a little bit of real estate data, did not get in the way. And then there's still a little bit of the hangover from whatever's going on with the peace deal. We just heard Lutnick too. He gave updates saying Intel, the government doesn't want like shareholder control or anything like that. And then he was also talking about railroads. And that's pretty much it. So we got 2 minutes. I've already went over the plays there. So we'll see where it leads us. I already got some decent ones, but yeah, I will find out whether or not, just like last week and earlier yesterday, we're either going to get movement or we're not. You know, after the first hour and a half, it's either going to like actually move or we're going to kind of be stuck. So if that happens, just be prepared for all of it. Eyes out for any sort of headline moves. Other than that, though, again, Jackson Hole, you have one of the major events this week, and then probably in the next week or two, we have another one there with everything going on with the war and the trilateral meeting. So that's what we talked about on the watch list. There's still a couple of plays, too, in regards of front-running the Fed if you wanted it, put-to-call ratio and other things. So, yeah, I'd give that watch list a run real quick, but we only have a minute and a half. So good morning, Chad. Call out any information. Do not post your plays. Please read the rules. Again, I encourage you to make decisions and you don't have to tell anybody. That way you could kind of focus on that and not worry about influencing. I think yesterday was a good example of that. So other than that, we'll see where it takes us. I mean, we got 6-7 hours, baby. So let's make the most of it. But you got 55 seconds. All right. That's it. I'm gonna see where those intels open up at, and then I would do the same if you got any of those yesterday and you took advantage of the dip. Just see where it opens up at, and then if it's good enough, you either take it or you decide to gamble it for the rest of the week if you still want to play this game, because that's why you're gonna keep going back and forth with a lot of it. So I'll give it a couple minutes too. Some of the option chains will open up as well, and then we'll see where young Palo Alto and any of the other post earnings are. You got Palo Alto and HD, so those could both be some good ones. I'm actually throw them up. I like the railroad stuff too. That was just weird. Chairman of Joint Chiefs expected to take part in virtual meeting with allies. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Fight. All right. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Nice. All right, you got like 200% on the intels. Oh, no, way more. 300. All right, I'm down. So, yeah, do what you need to on that one. That was the one from yesterday. Where's this other one? All right, some of them got a big spread. They're either gonna double up or get cut in half in the next couple minutes. So yeah, make your mind up. I'm already just looking at the spreads, bro. So yeah, good luck. Good luck. All right. Again, the ones with time, if you already front ran those, the early ones, those did very, very good. So anything with time on there is doing good. If it doesn't have time, you're just playing the theta game on the short term. Oh, where's the other one? You got short term. Oh, I was on the wrong video, bro. All right. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit on there, but it's moving. Damn, 25.30? So it just moved 2% there. That little candle actually just moved it more than anything. No fucking way. All right. Okay, I sold one of them from yesterday, took 400%. End phase pop. I like end phase. Again, I haven't heard anything though, even for like CRISPR and the OpenAI shit. I haven't heard anything from their pump. And then remember, solar, there was a China headline, but then solar's moved like a decent amount already. So be mindful. Again, yesterday they had all that shit. These are the 29th. Oh no, that's the 22nd. All right. For strep throat? Oh, no way. Be careful. I've heard a lot of people get sick recently. It's that summertime, bro. It's the season changing. And then VIX is on the high. You got gold. Nasdaq down by 0.4. And then Dow is up by 0.1. SPY up a quarter. And then Russell is only down by 0.05 for now. So there's Tesla on the low. Who's the other one I wanted to see? HD. HD is holding up decent. And then Polyalty is going up. That's earning 7. Palantir dump. A couple of you posting that. Palant has been palanted. Let's see, where's NVO? And then VKTX had the bad one. And then SPY is actually coming down. So far, first 4 minutes, we actually moved. Let's see if you do the pop and lock and then it stays pinned. There you go. But we could actually get some movement off the open. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. There's Eli Lilly. I haven't really looked. Healthcare's up. Staples up. Honestly, they're all doing pretty good. All the rotation ones. NASDAQ down. I like the Eli Lilly, but that won't go. All right, I sold the last Lilly. I took like 400. You should have had 800 on it, but I just don't want it to expire. Nasdaq's still moving, so you are actually getting that movement. I don't know if it's gonna get us out of there. Where's the other one? Open Door? Yeah, Open Door just hit the high that was running earlier. Now more healthcare. And then Meta is on the low. Microsoft's down 1%. I think all the big 7, dude. Except for Apple. Apple's only up 0.02. Now Tesla's flushing. Again, you had Netflix supporting yesterday, but that's down now too. So yeah, Mag 7 is just getting clapped right now. You're down, not really that bad, but you're down 0.45. Russell is going green. Dow is the leader. We'll get a checkup here in a little. Bonds are moving. But yeah, that's your situation for now. Oh, Pepsi. My brother. Okay, now the Intels are running up a little bit more. So there you go. Yeah, they're breaking out on that one. The premiums, like I said, they're either going to double up or get slashed. But now it's breaking out of that, so now they're fucking moving. That's why I took the first one. The second sets they just literally rocketed. So yeah, you either hold or do what you want now. But that gave you the better juice that you needed on it. All right. Oh, I forgot. The more solar plays too. And then bonds, I don't know what's happening with that. But yeah, this is your window, because if it comes back down, or if, again, you might sell out early, but just make your mind up so that next time it has a candle, you don't cry about it. But yeah, those all worked. And then yesterday, if you made those moves, you did get rewarded. CRISPR. I like the end phase, but they won't move, so we need something bigger. We're going to need some China headlines, probably. did say make up your mind. Yeah, I think it was timely info. And then, yeah, I mean, it was 500%. That's what yesterday either cost you or what you made, depending on how you did it. Or that was a little bit of that opportunity. Hungarian Orban dangerous to link Ukraine guarantees to EU membership. McDonald's going up now. Like I said, I put up the staples, anything Dow value related. I mean, even look at Intel. They're all kind of running there and doing good. So very, very interesting. Oh, I have the other ones. I forgot about that. All right. PRFX. All right. I don't know. When was the last time I hit 26? Remember? We played this game before. So it does the little gap. Yeah, 26 or 25.90 and then 26.30. And then if you get above 26.50, we're going to 27. Otherwise, it'll stay clapped. And then UNP. Okay, I sold another set of Intel because it's a daily or a weekly, but I'm taking a couple 100% from yesterday, taking another one. And then everything else now just has time. I still have one more weekly, but I've gotten rid of all the short-term ones. Again, I'm going to replay it, but like I'm telling you yesterday, bro, they just handed you free fucking money off of it. That's what I'm saying. So I picked up a bunch of dailies after they got slashed, and then now I'm out of them just in the morning. Not a reco. Yeah, bro, I think yesterday was a very good lesson. Even my frustration and trying to explain it all the way down to how it literally played out. So, and it's still going to do it again. Like I'm saying, at this point, we're still operating. It's either going to go to 18 or, like I said, really high, but all you're waiting for is the details. And every time a motherfucker comes on with no details, the stock is going to move. You see, you get what I'm saying? So use that to your advantage next time, and then, yeah, you'll be good. But yesterday I was telling you, unfortunately, though, if you play this fucking game, now once you get, you can't position here. Look at that. You gapped up 500%. So by playing that dumbass game yesterday, you're paying a motherfucker like me 500% to play the exact same news, exact same setup, everything. That's what I don't like. I get bothered by that. You should too. That should bother you, because I don't want any of you to do that. Yeah, why? For what reason? Yeah, like yesterday was a gimme. That even from day one when we bought it. That's why I kept saying, I'm like, bro, sometimes we could have conversations and questions at different moments, but some of the easy ones, bro, just fucking swing. That's it. Every other time, we don't want to swing at all the other dog shit, but then one of these days, bro, dude, they went up another couple 100% now. Fuck. All right, well, the weeklies, I already sold too early. I got my 500 and then another like 4 or 5. And then, yeah, I'm still holding some other ones, but the little additional gambles yesterday, those killed it. And then again, you have the ones with time already, not to mention your shares and your long-term, actually. I think the long-term, so since we added it, I think we got a little juice. Yeah, 5%, not bad. They're not starting to take AMD. Well, yesterday, this is the part everybody missed, but I don't want to talk about it because now it's dumb talking about it. You guys don't, because guess what? Now is not an optimal time to buy. That's what I was saying. Like yesterday, that was it. When we really bought it and had the talk, I mean, you had your opportunity, but yeah, just like the way this all played out was very fascinating. And this isn't the first time. This is not the first time. Like I'm saying, I've had some crazy opportunities, and like I'll get some pretty easy ones, and then surprisingly, those will be the ones where like I see hesitation. So yeah. Oh, the Walmart. Okay, the Walmarts are moving. Those don't have enough time. The Crispers moved as well too, but those could be better. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like that. I don't like it that people in like a couple hours, now you want to pay 10% higher. I was so mad buying premium when I bought it for the long term, but like I'm saying, man, yesterday on a pure trading, gambling lesson, I can't believe the gamblers missed it. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how and why? Like I said, I see people. They got so like, and even everybody, even on Twitter. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where you're getting the noise from, but you haven't noticed everybody has a fucking idea about this, and everyone's saying this, but like nobody knows. That is the whole point of all of it. So yeah, you got more volume actually too. I have my volume tracker. Intel's already well above. So even what's it called too? Open Door. That showed up on my scanner. But yeah, Intel's already doubled its average volume on the day right now, and it's expected to have its biggest day now so far. Again, yesterday you could have positioned 500% for the morning. Now, if you didn't panic or take your profit right away, you're at 1,000%. So look at just like that. Just like that, baby. It down. So I'm going to go to 26. So 26.30, 26.50. If it could do that, we're going to go to 27. And then if not, it'll probably stop. So, yeah. Man. You were listening? I hope so. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to flex or anything, and you'll probably appreciate me a lot more. And then that's what I'm saying, bro. So, hey, man, I'm glad. I hope you all did good. I know how good you should have done. At minimum 500%. So, amen. All right, we'll see what it does at 26, or take another set if you have any. I only have all my plays just have a little bit more time now. So that's the part that sucks. So I could hold them a little bit, and I want to. And I've already taken enough profit where I could let these ride, but I get excited. Every time it just goes up, bro. What do you want me to do? Yeah, Fig, wait till the Septembers. They're kind of cheap now, but like the hype's kind of dying. Microsoft, Nvidia, all the big tech. Honestly, it's funny because like Nasdaq's going down today, so like Intel is going up, I think, on the news, but then like Intel's also kind of being the value play today if you really think about it. Because look, Dow is up, everything else is red, VIX is up, SPY's back down again. We moved a little bit, came up. It looks more active, but like, look, you're not moving. So we are kind of feeling that. Intel above 26. Bud going up. Remember we saw that yesterday, and then they went back and forth on the Sydney. That shit keeps moving. Bro, Intel. All right, I should have kept the fucking weekly. This is the highest gain in 5 months for Intel. And yesterday somebody was yelling at you and you thought he was an asshole or you thought he was biased, right? So yeah, amen. Shout out a hater, bro. I want more, Chad. I want more. Do you understand? I told you you're gonna take whatever they don't want, Chad. Do you understand? Who's with me? My brother, I told you they're not prepared. How many times am I gonna yell it at you? Literally, bro. They don't give a fuck. Do you care? Do you want it? Take it. You'll hand it to you. They don't feel me, bro. They think I'm an asshole. They think I'm just being so directly clear. They're like, well, you're that. I'm like, do you not see what I see? Look at it. Oh, man. And I don't hear the put people today either. That's weird. Like I said, I don't care what you do, but I need some of y'all. I'm going to turn you into an action machine, okay? And I see you just going action, baby. That's what action. Do you see what I see? All right, all of them are ripping now. I'm kind of mad I sold the other ones now, but yeah, it's on fire, bro. All right. I only have one more for all of them are next week. And the peach. That's what I'm talking about. See the Brett Horn. It don't matter Intel got news or not. The peach is always the peach so consistent. Oh, Bradley Frizzle. Thank you, my brother. God bless you, man. Good morning. All right, where's Boeing? I need a Boeing. You know that I could use a good Boeing right now. Oh, Boeing, Bradley. Good, I still love you, Bradley. I hope you're having a good day, man. And good morning. Good morning. Ah, where'd the other ones go? All right, hold on. They're scamming me, bro. Intel. You don't understand? Well, just listen. I'm telling you, if you just are watching the watch list, it takes time. That's the reality of it. I don't think if you give me every minute I put out, I think you'll understand it for sure. And yesterday was just the easy one. We went over it on the watch list. It's because, and this happens every time, especially when I add to the long term and then it goes down right away. A lot of people get very doubtful. People talk shit. They do everything but make a move. So, and yesterday I was just yelling at people because, you know, they were kind of doubting one of the easier plays here with Intel. And I was explaining it. So yeah, that one yesterday was very simple and straight English. I was telling people nothing has changed. Now is the time to position. That's what I was trying to make clear. That it wasn't that you have it was actually the cheapest the premiums were in several days. And that's why I was saying this isn't the time to question, try to ask what the deal is or not. Just understand where you are in the situation and the premium. So if that wasn't simple enough, you might want to go back to the tutorials and go slow on the long term and then get into options trading. But that one was probably one of the easiest 500,000 percenters ever. Because I was mad. I was yelling at people, I was like, what are you guys doing? So, yeah. But yeah, if you don't have the time for it, I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how clear or less clear I make it if you're just not going to get it. So, unfortunately, if you've been locked in, you should have got that one. Or minimum, your long-term got a nice little pickup off of it, which is dope. Because I'm glad, because we went big on it. Okay, SPY and then bonds. Do you see what I see? There's a lot of names on the high ticker, but we still haven't done anything. I'll get you a checkup in 9 minutes. It's not even top of the hour, bro. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. All this excitement, you got to see the answer within 30 minutes, but yeah, the whole day could change still. So finalize your plays. If you got the Intel, finalize them. I sold a little too early, but I still got some. And then, yeah, I think I'm good with what I got. Unless they're going to give me another couple 100%, and then I'll take some more. But, yeah, other than that, I would finalize it. That's it. All you had to do is pay attention yesterday during this moment, wake up, and then get out, and boom, there's your paycheck, brother. Dude, I remember you saying that. Can you email again? But yeah, we'll get that set up for you. But I see you in the chat, but I still have not received any emails. So if you could contact on another email and send like all your info, but I don't know how that ended up happening, but I remember. But if you still haven't gotten settled, because we took care of a lot of this stuff in the last day or so. Most of it is resolved. Palo Alto raises buy from neutral. Restoration. Popper. A little bit. And then bonds coming up. Again, keep in mind shy. Watch list go. Woo! Amen, baby. Amen. I mean, if you can, or just go through where you signed up, cancel it. You could even file a chargeback if I can't find your email still, if you want to. But otherwise, at this point, I can't. Yeah, I don't know what to do. And we can't keep, you waste a lot of time with it. That's why we stopped taking signups. Like I'm saying, we're making way more money to even just deal with this bullshit. So I want it to be helpful, not annoying. So you just do a chargeback if you're not getting it. But otherwise, we tried. But most people have had their shit resolved if we have gotten you removed or you didn't get the alerts. Because again, a lot of times anybody who's gotten removed recently was because they did not fill it out properly. So not even on, like, I would have kept you guys, but yeah, so. But send an email. If that doesn't go through by this time, just go through the Teachable and you could fill, you could request the refund. You haven't been here in a while. How do I feel about Snap and Airbnb? I feel like you need to watch the watch list, brother, and get up to date. But yeah, you're really far behind. So good luck. Good luck. Came back from watching the watch list. Smart man. Smart man. Okay, Tesla and the SPY. Intel's still holding up. I'm going to wait for its 3%, 2% down candle eventually. But we'll find out. Tesla. I think the watch list has been a time machine, dog. And yesterday too, though, I can't believe it. That was a great live one. And like I'm saying, I mean, I would have been giving you guys a lot more stuff if we didn't have to deal with the nonsense leading into it. Because like I'm saying, when I would give out my plays, that's what would happen. And then people would buy it after 10% and then get mad at me. When I'm like, bro, I'm telling you guys. And then they'll hold it against me. And the other people front run it. They'll take the credit. That's why I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, you guys want money? You guys say you want this? Take it. But so I'm glad. That was a good one. You're not going to get too many of those. Usually they're harder. That's the problem. KNF? Oh, where's ANF too? That one moved yesterday as well. Yeah, KNF, Tesla. HD did pretty decent, man. Again, and Walmart's climbing too, so any pre-run-up plays on Walmart are actually doing good. Shiny light damn. Boeing pop off the bottom. Shout out Bradley Frizzle. If we could get him moving, that'd be good, but so far, now I got Apple moving as well. Apple was one of the best big tech this morning, so we'll see. I don't know. I want people to lock in. This was just like the Trump coin shit, and little by little, that's you see how we've moved it. If you want it, bro, I would love to help, but there's a lot of people in the trading world nowadays. I just don't think people are ready, man. I think they sleeping, bro. I'm trying to wake up the runners, bro. And if you ready and awake, let's get it. You can take all of it, bro. I don't know who hears me, but let's go. And then if you don't have a long term, you just playing around. You see? Because without a long term, it's ridiculous. Without the long term, bro, what the fuck are you saying, too? See? And it makes sense. If you don't have the long term, you might miss the easy ones, because the long term is the first easy one. And if you can't take the easiest one, how will you take the other easy ones? Isn't that funny? Think about it. Long term is easy money. If you don't take the first set of easy money, why would you take the next sets? You won't. Ask anybody. Don't make it too hard. Even yesterday, don't complicate it. Yeah, it is the easiest. Tesla, Merck as well on the low. Again, MDT, we flipped those yesterday and they actually went down, so but keep your eyes on that. You got a law term, baby. You got your brother to get one too. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's go. Let's get some cribs now. That's what I'm saying, man. The right thing, you get the long term, you supplement it with the right budget on the side, dude, and you're working, saving, being responsible. That crib is way, 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 way more accessible than a lot of you think. But again, it's just going to take a little bit more. But this little like laziness, this little lack of effort, following people, that's not going to cut it. That's what I've been trying to tell people. But if you're ready and you're willing to step up and give yourself a little bit more than what you're putting in, bro, I think you'll kill it. And I think you could have a lot of whatever you're looking for. But like I've been trying to tell people, traders, non-traders, it doesn't matter. I've just noticed this. There's a lot of people not really involved, or they're not really like doing what they are doing at their full. They're not prepared. It's a very weird concept. So, like I'm saying, if you're willing to get a little bit more out of it, bro, I think the market will meet you there, and you get an incredible edge right now with a lot of people just doing the bare minimum. And if you want to do more than the bare minimum, you will be heavily compensated. Trump, I want to get to heaven, makes humble admission while pushing to end Russia-Ukraine war. Is he talking though? Because Intel's starting to move, and so is the SPY. So we got Trump comments, or something's brewing up, and then you're getting some movement right now. So yeah, let's see, bro. I feel though he wants to get into I'm a big fan of heaven. I feel him, bro. I feel him, bro. That's like heavy though. Y'all don't feel though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think some of y'all feel him. I get it. He's like, I want to end the war. I want to go to heaven, bro. Do you not hear that right there? Are you kidding me? I feel that heavy. That's it. That's the only reason. You think it's money? You get to the highest level in the world, bro. What are you saying? What else? What are you gonna give me more money? You're gonna give me more No, I want to go to heaven, bro. That's it, the king. I've been trying to tell him about the king, dog. Amen. Amen. All right, well, Intel, new high, SPY as well. we got a Trump brewing up right now, but I don't see the full extent of it or like full headlines. But yeah, be on the lookout. Bowman live. Intel passed 90 million. Yeah, their average is like 190 or something like that. Oh shit, where'd my chart go? I had the volume analysis thing. I think I closed it. But yeah, IWM and Dow pop as well. That's good. Again, Walmart, you can make those free, bro. Those killed it. I would. What's the other one? I don't know if the energy ones have gone up. Yeah, Enphase starting to move. I like that, but you need a China headline or you need a policy headline, then that'll really run. But for now, then the CRISPRs are holding. Depending on where you got the CRISPR, you could have made a lot on that one. Is UNH? I haven't even looked at UNH today. UNH premiums are moving with the stock down. Again, healthcare is not, they've been hung over since the run. XLV is actually doing pretty good. So Intel hit the high, chilling out. Now SPY's breaking out. High ticker is almost fully gassed. Let me get you guys a checkup. Oh, CNC. I forgot about that one. I like SPY's really, again, like I'm telling you, I think Trump is brewing up right now because we got like a little comment. I haven't heard anything else, but then like a lot of Trump-oriented plays started moving. So be on the lookout. Right now, NASDAQ 60 in the green, 40 in the red. Dow Jones 22 green, 8 in the red. And then SPY 405 in the green, 95 in the red. Yeah, you're killing it today. That's very odd considering the NASDAQ, it's all Mag 7 that's down. We talked about that in the morning. But yeah, literally, bro, you have 400 names green on the SPY right now. So yeah, you're already up 0.1 on the SPY. It doesn't look like much, but you're kind of moving up there. I mean, you're what, 30 points off of the all-time high? So remember, you're still somewhat elevated. Equal weight is going vertical now. Actually, take a look, XLP and equal weight. So yeah, right now I would focus on everything but Mag 7, or middle of the day, if everything slows down, Mag 7's gonna start running. Letting it confirm stake, no government rights. That was from 5 a.m. So, and again, in a little mini lesson, that comment came out this morning, the stock went down almost $1 and then ripped. So yeah, but like I'm saying, you're gonna keep getting these headlines on Intel and it's gonna tweak out. We need to be on the lookout for the real development. So, and that is what's going to guide you. Otherwise, you're just responding to the same thing over and over again, which can be beneficial if you do it at the right price. All right, Staples coming down now, but like I'm saying, watch the equal weight or watch everything else. Micron kind of going vertical here. Micron taking a stick, actually. Yeah, Micron's kind of moving here. I don't know. It hasn't triggered yet, but they're still up, right, off of earnings? Boop, boop, boop. I don't like those as much. I'd watch Micron. I'm gonna give you one. I don't know yet though. It doesn't look optimal. But watch that if it starts getting brought up into things. But yeah, they still have the earnings premium. Which one is that? Ah. Okay, yeah, they have one, but it's just shitty. So the sweet spot is like 3 times higher. Then there's a non-sweet spot that's kind of up there. I'll send that one to you, and then eyes on that. But there's nothing on it, no confirmation, no headline. It's just actually moving with some of the policy shit. And then the other intels are actually really running. Well. Alright, I sold another set of intels. They just keep going, bro. I took another one. I have a lot. I have a lot of them. I mean, I've been telling you as I've been getting them, so you could have had it too, I guess. Alright. If you're streaming, send an email if you didn't get it. You might have not had your contact thing. We did another update. So if you're not receiving any stream alerts, send an email. If you are actively signed up. But then if your contact is not filled out, you will get removed. So keep that in mind. WM. All right. I think I'm done. Again, like I said, some UNH premiums are starting to move a little oddly. The end phase will not wake up. Oh, there's one intel. They're still far out of the monies that haven't moved. So that's good. Kind of, depending on how you look at it. Should you act on SoftBank? We already did. I did it yesterday in real time. That was the point. So yeah, now you're just paying 11% more or 500% more for no reason. Like, that's what I'm saying. Anybody buying Intel, especially if you were here yesterday, you're on the same exact thing. You're buying every contract up 500% when it's the same setup. That's what I was saying. It's unfortunately there. All right, another hot, bro. I'm gonna keep doing this because I have so many. You guys should just listen for when I sell them, because every time I'm freeing up some liquidity there, bro. Every time, bro, it's taking another 100% after I sell it, and I'm already up a substantial amount. So yeah, you got another high. Again, 2650. This is it. If it goes past it, 27 is it. And then if we could go past 27, you might have I don't know if we'll go past 27, but if we do, but anything above 27, 29, 30 gap fill is in play. So yeah, good luck. GG's. What's the other one? How much did I make? A lot. I make a lot of money every day. The question is, did you get to use the same info and make money off of it? Because I do it live and I share this so that other people will. But then again, like I'm saying, what I've noticed over the years, it's turned more into a social game where the easy ones people don't. So I don't know why. So it doesn't matter what I did. You saw a very good execution live in front, just explaining it. And at minimum, went up at minimum, every $10 turned into 50 at minimum. So you use your imagination, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is, did you take the info and were you able to use your thought to take advantage of it? That's it. That's what I've been trying to teach. You started, wow. We tried. It started on Friday. I was buying all the Intel plays beginning of last week's. But yeah, that was it. So you had a shot, but yesterday if you were here yesterday, there was a very unique opportunity, and a lot of people were like questioning the trade idea, but that was probably your easiest one. All right. Yo, dude, how many? I missed a lot of these, bro. I'm so sorry. I love you, Chad. Yo, bro, I've been having to manage a bunch of these fucking plays that are gonna either expire or went up thousands of %, dog. So thank y'all. Oh, we have a bunch of new members today. Oh man, dude, we're already at 17 new members. God bless you all, man. So let me see who we got. We got Johnny, Strange just threw in. We got more Gritty. We got a lot of new guys. Well, what up, baby? And good morning, and thank you all. And get a long term, bro. Like I'm saying, just people with a long term are really going to take advantage of all this. And like I'm saying, it's just so easy to think and move in this market when you got the easy money taken care of. So I love it, man. And I like it, but also, too, long term. Don't get too hyped up on the short term shit, okay? Because that's what I'm saying, man. Ironically, the people who chase the short term, they ignore. Oh, I sold out that was another 1,000%er. I sold it too early, but Eli Lilly's running. No, I've had to ban people today. We have 3 bans on the calendar today. So not bad though. 3 to 17, yeah, it's not bad at all. Yesterday was terrible. I had like 10 people banned by this time yesterday. You went on top of the mountain and screamed it out. Amen, baby. Hey, God bless you, bro. I hope it helped. I hope. And I'm look forward to the long term, man. That's it. The options, though, eventually the option juice is going to run out. So make sure, like I'm saying, you guys have heard me today. I made sure I paid myself. You know what I'm saying? I did all that work. I was correct. It worked. But I'm making sure I'm walking away with money. So solidify it. It's gonna be awesome. That's all you got to do. Make sure it works for you, and that's it. But otherwise, that was awesome, man. And I'm glad, and I hope it was a learning experience. I hope next time we're in these opportunities, you're focused, everybody. And I hope you don't. And like I'm saying, all the scoundrels that give you a lack of clarity and add confusion, and that's it's wild, bro. So I really hope you guys got to learn from this beyond just make money. And if you got to learn and were already prepared, it should have rewarded you. So I love it, man. And you know what? Do you know what the real kicker is? Dude, Eli Lilly! Fuck, I sold that one out too early. So yeah, that was the one that was up 800. I took 400% because I didn't want it to expire. But yeah, now Eli Lilly's going vertical. Eyes on NVO or VKTX or any of the other ones. Alright. I got another set I haven't even touched. Alright. I like CNC too. We got a good position on that. I'm looking at the Eli Lilly. I fucked that one up. That's what I'm saying. So what I've been working on is entries. I could get the entry, but the exit, that's the thing. They'll work. They'll get past a couple 100%, but like it's the difference between like literally 400% and like 1,000%. So yeah, I did that on Apple. Remember, I had the Apple a week in advance, 3,000%. I sold it out too early. So that's going to be your difficulty. But getting the entry, we're getting a lot better at that. And that's what I'm saying. Even like Intel, and yesterday you had a perfect entry, bro. Not only did we, that's what I'm saying, bro. in the middle. I showed it on the watch list in the middle of yesterday. So after I yelled at everybody and they started doubting something that shouldn't be doubted, I went and I bought the literal bottom for 20 cents. That's what I'm saying. Those are all at $1 right now. I think you're in the money by $1, a little bit more now. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that was a perfect entry. So I exited this morning. It went up another couple 100%. The exit is going to be difficult, but it does. I don't care about the exit if I'm buying it perfectly for cheap. So that's what that is what I'm working on to give you a better idea. No, I used to announce all these plays live for free, but then, like I'm saying, I've noticed the culture, it was getting abused. People were using it to confuse other people. They would ignore my 90% success rate on the long term and then would focus on my one option, two options that would miss. And then it just got to be too much to handle. And like I'm saying, and then if I would make people money, they would unsubscribe. You guys know that? That's what happened at the beginning of the year. And I even showed you guys. You guys weren't getting mad about me saying Jesus. You weren't mad about me supporting Donald Trump. You guys didn't unsubscribe. The days I make the most amount of money, I would get the most amount of unsubscribers. Literally, we made a fortune on Trump corn, and people got mad at me. And that was one of those opportunities, again, like where I was like, bro, this is as easy as it's gonna get. You have the president of the United States bumping something. What do you want to happen? So that's why I was like, yeah. And little by little, we just started. I had to close it down. And, we're focusing on long-term only. I'll bring the plays back eventually, but the plays are always there. I've been doing this for 10 years. Like, no exaggeration. I've been hitting multiple 1,000% option plays forever. Before everybody, and I'll do it after everybody, God willing. Only God gets the credit. So, but like I'm saying, until the mindset and the maturity is there, I think it was hurting people. So I don't want to hurt people. I want to help them. I want them to get rich. I want to end poverty. And that's what we're going to do. So eventually we'll bring it back, but I want more training. I want more locked in. I want locked and loaded. I want people who are going to add to clarity, not add confusion. And if everyone's mindset and we could get a real army of just efficiently managed and trained individuals, I would love to share everything I'm working on. And I've discovered some new things, believe it or not. That's why usually I would share and make a video what I discovered, and then they would go turn it to a course. But this time I've just been profiting off of it, and I haven't released it yet, but I will eventually. But that's why I'm saying it will be a weapon that will hurt people if they're not trained. But if you're trained, you're seeing it right now. And I'm showing, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. If you use this info as it should be, you wield it with the authority you've been given, and you do it in a non-degenerate way, bro, you're a commander. You're going to be able to do whatever the fuck you want, and I'll show you. But at the same time, it's very easy for that weapon to be used against you as well. So you got to be careful. Yeah, training, learn, listen, and watch. Like I'm saying, we'll see. We're banning people. We're tightening it up. We'll see. Eventually, the chat will only be trained individuals. That is my goal. That and making money, long term, everything, getting info, everything. Don't hold out on us. What do you mean? You're the same guy, bro. I didn't hold out on you for 5 years. What did you do with it? I won't hold out. Weren't you just telling me you blew it? And that you faded the channel, then you left, and then you came back, and then you blew up the option. So what are you saying? I gave it away. What did you do with it? That's what I'm saying. So we're going to do it again. And then, but this time with training, real training. So you killed? Then why were you saying all that stuff you've been saying for weeks? That's not what your chat fact says. Your chat facts does not say you killed it, bro. You were complaining, or you were saying the kind of the regret, and it was like, oh, I need to start over. I need to do this right now. So like I'm saying, no shame with that. I'm not mad about it, but like I'm telling you, realistically, I gave everybody the opportunity. We were handing out 1,000% plays for a long time. So that, and then again, like I'm saying, I saw more people cause damage than help themselves with it. So I need to make sure I really show you how to take advantage of it. But it's not, what the fuck? Dude, would you see this? Bro, why does Pizza's chart look like this? Is a computer, you guys. Do you see it? What the fuck? Yeah, dude, pizza's mad and liquid, and it's just going in these waves right now. That's funny. Yeah, NVO. SPY's coming up. I had Eli Lilly. Intel's coming down now. Again, I gave you some good exits there as well. I hope you took them. Let's go, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to see the long terms grow. And like I said on the last watch list video, man, just straight up, man, there's a good opportunity, and I don't want any of you to lose hope. And I know when you see markets at all-time highs and everybody is like, oh, you don't have to chase that shit. And there's really, really good opportunities, and that's why I'm so excited. Like I'm saying, if you're prepared and you're looking, bro, and you're really committed to a 10-year goal, you could pick up some awesome names right now for the future. And that's why. So I really look forward to those of you who really take advantage of your long-term right now and understand that short-term and long-term, you have the opportunities. There's more opportunity in the long-term if you're wise. You'll understand. But if not, then yeah, you might have to learn this one. Pizza looks very odd. I'm not going to gamble on it, but that looks like a fucking computer. MP on the low. Uber's coming up. Tesla down. I think Intel, that's its first little pullback. Like I said, there's gonna be like a 3% candle on it eventually, down. So you know how it plays. That's why I'm like, you've been trained. You know exactly how it's gonna play out. Chipotle. And then dude, these restaurants all look very algo-y right now. And then, yeah, UUU is getting wrecked. Who just had a dividend? Chipotle or who? But yeah, if it is ex-divvy, that could be the reason. But I didn't think there was any big major ones. Yeah, the hype plays all came down. Bro on the high. Or Bro's is probably one of the only restaurant. Baba now. Yo, Kava. Yeah, all the restaurants, you guys. Oh, pizza, you mean. Okay. No, that's not it. Look at China. China's starting to go up. So is Tesla. But then, dude, all these restaurant ones. All these restaurant food names, they all, like, from pizza to Papa John's. There's a few that don't meet the criteria. But then look at Kava. There's a couple of them that are running up right now. So I don't know if it's a headline, if it's an event, or whatever it is, but in the last like 5 minutes, you have food-related restaurant plays moving, and staples are up. Intel's came down almost $1 from near our last sell, so that's great. Yeah, so again, you already got to monetize all of yesterday. You really don't have to worry or be dramatic now. Again, whatever you're holding will fluctuate, but then again, we're still playing the major theme. Ta-da! Nike was going up too. I don't know where Lulu's at. They haven't moved. GXAI, that's a small cap runner. Yeah, that's starting to go. And then SPY's coming down a little bit. I see DRI. That's on the high. Darden, yeah, isn't that food? It's kind of crazy. Are any of the other chips coming down? Yo, bro, the Micron worked. I don't know if the premium worked, but the play went up. You see what I'm saying? That's what I told you right when I saw it. Yeah, the premiums barely moved. The sweet spot one went up, but it wasn't worth it. Like, you see what I'm saying? It was a $2 move. The premiums didn't even move 10%. That's what I was trying to tell you on that one. But I like it still. I'm watching. So I have my entry price that I'm looking, but it has to get there or not. If it doesn't, who gives a fuck? You'll get another one. LMT and Netflix. Yeah, TSM on the low. Steel designated priority by DHS. Oh, U.S. Steel doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, Department of Homeland Security, high priority. That's coming out now. Check Albemarle. Or any of those plays. Who's the other steel guy? I'm trying to... FCX? I think, but none of them are really moving. There you go. FCX starting to move a little bit. That could get some exposure to that headline. Yeah, equal weight's doing very, very good. Oh, new core. It's a good one. Yeah, new core is going up off of that. I don't know if gold is. Okay, Ethereum on the low. A couple more names are flushing right now. That's your first little red. Remember, we thought we were getting Trump comments. That's when we started moving and nothing happened. So see and then watch if any value or see what kind of rotates on this first red. See what goes down and what doesn't go down. Because the first time Intel went up on the red, now Intel's going down with the red. So then see, Meta's drop, Meta's flushing, Big Tech, Nvidia, all the Big Tech's flushing. Yeah, that's going to hurt you. Apple's still the one holding up. Tesla's not doing too bad. Where's Amazon? Yeah, they're all down. So this Mag 7 now mixed in with some of the values. Yeah, look at even Micron. Staples are going up though. So like, I don't know who it is. Like HD, Walmart. There has to be a leader in Staples. Let me check. Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams, Caterpillar, McDonald's. Those are the ones leading. So yeah. Yeah, Pfizer as well. All of them. And then check healthcare. Not all of them. UNH is a little weird, but other XLV is kind of running. That's what I'm saying. UNH kind of has a hangover. Because, like, look at Cigna, Elevance, Humana. They're all running. And then the other one's staying there. Okay, Micron just gave up all of that in 2 minutes. Like I said, the premiums didn't move. That was the whole play logic with that. We're waiting for the right one. And then, too, if we could get a news development, otherwise, we might forget about that one. Yeah, EcoWeight's killing it right now. And then healthcare, Illumina. So not only just, like, healthcare, but, like, even some of the biotechs. Again, you're right back to open. That's what VWAP is. So we'll see. McDonald's and then Disney. So again, anything on the Dow, there's only like 5 names right on the Dow. Any Dow component is ripping right now. Dow is up by 0.6. So whatever you think it is today, you're getting more rotation. Yesterday it wasn't this obvious. Disney on the high, actually Disney kind of taking a candle. Major textbooks for charging MH lawsuit. They're getting sued by Attorney General. McGraw-Hill? What, McGraw-Hill? And then again, Disney, no headline yet, but that's moving. Plant. I'm looking for the Disney. I don't see anything. Okay, SPY at open. Intel again. I want to see the long term. From the long term. Yeah, Whirlpool has value. Any Dow, any value play, any healthcare except UNH, anything that didn't run already, but you're getting a rotation. So this is just Mag 7 down. Like, look, the Dow is up almost as much as the Dow is down, or the NASDAQ is. So if Apple and all the other ones, Apple's in green, but like Meta, Amazon, Google, it's all like 2%, dude, even Microsoft. So that's causing a big drag, but you're definitely rotating. And then even the earnings, HD, everyone getting ready for Walmart, Target, and then everything else on the Dow is up. So although you're at open, we're kind of moving a little different than yesterday. Yesterday was more choppy. We're like kind of floating, but you're getting advancers and decliners, but this time it is rotationary. Yeah, XLP, you guys have seen this before. XLP equal weight just going straight to the moon while other shit is just dying. So, and the things that are dying are the things that already went to the moon. HI. Oh, don't we already have this? Yeah, we already have this play. This was the one, remember they had a rumor earlier in the week? I snaked one. Yeah, we snaked that play. So that one's still moving, whatever HI is. Yeah, lows. Again, HD earnings wasn't too bad. Some people said it was light, but I thought it was decent. And every time I went to HD this week, it's been packed this month. All right, there's a little green on the SPY. And then MasterCard, a couple of financials or credit cards moving, and banks. Okay, you're half of that wiped out in the one candle. See, that's probably just tech bouncing while all the other Dow stuff stays the same. But literally, Dow and NASDAQ are inverse of each other right now by 0.6. HCI, UPS on the high now. That's only 97 high, so that's another value if you think about it. And Clorox. Okay, you're coming back up. It'll be nice if we could hear from Trump or something, because again, you don't really have anything on the schedule. Airlines, those are running up right now too. Again, UPS, just keep in mind rotation, staples, all of that is in line. Thermo Fisher, or excuse me, Thor, THO, small pop. It looked bigger on the high ticker. And then now Procter and Gamble, now CRM. That's kind of like a tech value one if you think about it. You know, that's why we brought it up on the watch list like a month ago. And then railroads. So, all right, you're balancing out a little bit more. High ticker is going to be deceptive just because I'm saying the Mag 7 effect and how you're getting that rotationary move today. It's playing out. So, yeah, UNP, railroads, PG. And then, yeah, that's it. You're a little bit above open. It seemed, I don't know how you view it, but you're just right above where you started. And it's been an hour. It's literally been an hour and 4 minutes. Woo! Yeah, Babo is waking up. It just hasn't gone crazy yet. K-Web is just chilling. Baba's the outperformer, but all of the other China ones. And then UPS, that one just woke up. Anything value now. It started with like staples, healthcare, and like quality rotation, and now it's just moving into everything. So anything that was just been down and beaten out has been kind of catching a bid right now. Again, you have 400 names in the green, I'm pretty sure still. Let's check. NASDAQ 100, 67 in the green. So yeah, even 7 more names on the NASDAQ, even though it's down 0.6. Yeah, 420 green on the SPY, 80 in the red. So yeah, that's another, what, 20 names advancing? WTWLII. So low tickers moving. I think it's like materials and momentum. And then TSM. That's what's on the low mixed in with big tech. And then everybody else is running. More Whirlpool, more CNI. Again, another railroad. And then Illumina you saw a little bit ago when Humana started popping. Okay, back to open. Hi. What a time. Dow hits intraday record. Is it? Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes. Holy shit. Yeah, so that's why maybe. So yeah, this is the Dow's all-time high today. No fucking way. So the more the Dow goes up now, this value rotation, that will be the Dow hitting a new all-time high. So Russell hasn't hit a new all-time high this year. I think SPY and NASDAQ have. And then, yeah, the Dow needs to, if the Dow could break that, that'd be fast. Remember, last time that happened was what? Was that October 23? I think. But before this year? At the beginning? Dow dominance. Okay, Intel's coming down. Let's see. I wanted to see something else, but I'll take a look at FIG. Yeah, last all-time high on Russell was years ago. Or I think either beginning of this year or like 2023 as well, too. I think the Dow correlated with it. Yeah, so like it was end of last year, beginning of this year, but that wasn't an all-time high, actually. Yeah, you like hit the other one. So technically 2022. But then you have to get through end of last year's level. Get Intel off screen, you can't look. Nah, it doesn't matter. If you saw how we play, this makes a lot of sense why I don't give a shit. I hope you guys realize it. You saw us buy it at the perfect price yesterday while everybody freaked out. We woke up to free money. I took every set at every high. I've already paid myself, have all the other free ones too. And then it comes down $1. Who gives a shit? Again, you were prepared. This is what I've been trying to say. And that's why I'm like, and then you have people who want to buy it this morning, but not yesterday. And then you get caught up in the game and then the premiums. And then a winner could look like to be a loser for you. But depending on how you were prepared and executed, this was one of the easiest ones, man. So I'm very not emotional about it. And I hope you see why. Because even in the middle of it, we got a great price. We sold out right when we get our money. I didn't have to FOMO, hold out for more. We planned it, took the money, and that's it. There's zero emotions. Just money, just money. But money is a servant, so I hope you master it. Yeah, as long as you didn't make the bad decision yesterday by ignoring it and then decide to play it this morning, you were fine. Look, because like we said, yesterday was positioning, this morning was take profits, now we're waiting for a development again. Ta-da! And then, yeah, the long term's killing it too. This is already wild, but it went up to the level I told you. Remember, 2650. It may have to wait, because if it goes about 2650 to 27, then it just starts to get crazy, but it's already up. It was up 10% at one point. So that's maybe that's the 3%, because we were up 10, now you're only up 7. I thought it happened in like one candle, but yeah, you've already gone down 3% from the high. Okay, bonds with a little red. And MP, bro, all of these material plays have been getting rocked. Copper firms hike prices after Trump's tariff reprieve. Okay, bonds coming down now. That's the first time all day the bonds started selling off, and that bonds and SPY just look correlated for that 3 minutes. Oh yeah, where is E-Trade or Walmart? Wally World. So that one was another pre-earnings run up. You had like 80 to 100%, or you could gamble and ride if you really want. Pepsi, I like Pepsi. That one was good, bro. If you got Pepsi at 129, bro, good for you. I'm glad we talked about that one. That was probably the best one this year, believe it or not. That was just like high quality, stayed down, but didn't stay down like NVO. You know, I still like NVO a lot, believe me. But yeah, Pepsi was that was a good one, man. You had a little window there, even if you were late. You had like an extra month or two to buy Pepsi if you had the cash. We just had other things, and I was waiting, and my cash wasn't high. But I know we talked about it a lot. So, and now looking at it, it's pretty decent. You still have the downside and the risk, but dude, to get that type of gain now on that quality of stock with a good dividend, bro, you're solid, bro. So GG's, that was a good pickup. Perigo, I saw this one move yesterday. If you guys remember, I put this one up after Philo. It had a very similar move like this yesterday. I couldn't find a headline. They're related to abortion pills. They make pills and other stuff. It's a pharma. Perigo, very big. Do you think you should get more Joby under 10 bucks? I think you should buy a new membership, because I'm going to ban you for that question. And then go blame the guy who told you to buy Joby. Be like, yo, I got banned in this other chat room because I asked about a shitty ass stock at a very, very high price. So then, and then ask him if you should buy more under 10. But me, I'm not involved in that. I'm not involved in that. Sorry. I wish I could help. My latest one was Intel at 23 bucks. So that's the best I could do. So yeah, that's why too, man. You guys take in other info. Unfortunately, some of you have been banned for the stuff you're parroting from other people. But I don't fuck with that lack of quality, and I never will. I'm gonna make sure nobody does, because that's how we need the training. We need to go far, brother, and that's why I've seen too much shitty quality stuff slow people down. And then again, that's why, and they'll give more mental effort towards the low quality plays, and then the easy ones they won't. So unfortunately, yeah, you're gonna go to whoever told you about Joby and ask them. 'Cause I've been telling people Pepsi. That I even told UNH, believe it or not. We were talking about healthcare being the best value in the world. You know, I got NVO, went down a little bit, but still relatively, within $2-3 of our last purchase. Pizza's still up 50. Again, those are like low quality, but they still are steps above some of these small caps, next big thing type beat. So unfortunately, I'm gonna refer you back to where you guys learned that. McDonald's. Then yeah, you should know what I'm gonna say. I agree. I've been like this for a while now. Coca-Cola. Welcome, Will. U.S. State Department debars 17 people for violating or conspiring to violate Arms Export Control Act. Oh? Centene's coming down. That was the only other healthcare that, or they were kind of running up. No, all of them except UNH was the only one that lagged. Centene actually outperformed. Okay, Walmart's still going. All the staples, SPY flushing. Again, material plays are getting murdered right now. Materials, minerals, you name it, they're getting rocked. And then big tech, like there's Meta just dumping. That's like 2 or 3% now, 1.8. So yeah, and then staples are going up. Dow's about to hit a record high, but now you're going, that's a new low of the day. Bonds came back. Oh, what up, fully baked? Oh yeah, I hope you locked in, baby. Powell could be hawkish. Yeah, we talked about it, but I don't think he'll be too hawkish with how things are looking, but it's a possibility. And then everyone's just paranoid from the last Jackson Hole where he was hawkish. But ever since 2022, there has not been a material Jackson Hole. So that's the irony about this week. Powell's a big event. Jackson Hole is really, really hyped, and we're all watching for it. But it's been 4 years since you've had a Jackson Hole cause something. And even prior to that, Jackson Hole wasn't really known as an event that causes market moves. It was just kind of a one-time thing. So we'll see, but if he wants to do that again, he can. Other than that, he's probably going to stay on the same. And then people will be looking to confirm or deny rate cuts for September in the next couple of weeks. How do you learn what I know? Seek the Lord first, and you will learn more than I know, or at least get everything I have. That's what I believe. I'm telling you, my parents don't understand it. My girlfriend doesn't understand it. Anybody I grew up with, they don't get it. I can't even take credit for it anymore, bro. I don't know how I know half of the shit I know. I know it, and it's accurate. That's the crazy part. If it wasn't, you wouldn't see what you've seen for a long time. But dude, seek first the kingdom of God. Truly. And you will always, that is the foundation of wisdom. Ask the ancients. The ancient text will tell you this. Seek first the Lord. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of wisdom. That's it. No, for real. And some of you scoff when you hear that. But then do you have the knowledge? I'm just saying, it's funny because I get it. It sounds insane. That's the problem. It sounds insane, but I'm telling you, it's truly the answer. Because that's the only thing I've done. As smart and as foolish as possible, I've applied that. I actually believe it. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, that is the barrier. You could learn from the world, And that's what I'm saying. But the world is, you'll only learn so much, but or it may not be as accurate. But I don't know, man. Just putting the Lord first, it has unlocked a lot for me. So I really believe you can learn everything. I don't think let me put it another way that's not as spiritual. I don't believe I know anything that any of you cannot learn. That's what I believe. That's it. Very, 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 very simple. It's the tism? No, brother. Not really. That may be for you, but not for me. That's what I said. I've been called a lot of things, but why do I perform at the level I do? Why am I healthy? Why am I not in trouble? There's a lot of things. So to try to degrade it or say anything less, I will not allow. But I don't take credit for it. It's all Jesus, like I've told you. That's what I've been trying to say. So yeah, but I won't stand on anything less than the authority I've been given. And for all of you, but like I'm saying, bro, I think all of you could learn. Like, for real, I truly believe that anything I have, all of you can attain. For real, otherwise I wouldn't be here. And that's why it's exciting, because I'm like, man, you guys can really learn a lot. And if you're those of you who really seek knowledge and really want it, you will get it. And nothing will hold you back, bro. It doesn't matter your background, your ethnicity, my parents, you see where they came from. So yeah, trust me. Or don't even trust me, trust God. Like, that's why I'm excited, bro. It's attainable. It truly, truly is. Okay, bro, you're dumped. Whoop. All right, so new lows. It's kind of, now everything's came down second half. So right here, remember I was telling you the bonds came up, but after this is where like staples, Dow, equal weight started coming down. Because now look, Dow's only at 0.4 while NASDAQ dropped another 0.5%. First 0.5% they were matched up, but now NASDAQ just flushed another 1%, and then the Dow actually went down now. So then Dow got pulled with it. So yeah, right here it got a little different. Here was like rotation, and then now this little segment dragged everything. It's not fully done yet, but see what happens on the bounce, who lags, who leads, and then yeah, it's still early. We're what, 40 minutes off Euro? And yo, bro. Oh yeah, I was like, I saw Will. How are you, baby? GE, that's 20 highs. That's new. Yeah, they're about to go red to green. And then SPY at the low, and now bonds are coming back. This is where the rotation kind of ended. It's not over, but it's this beginning of the end. EA on the high. Oh, dude, I think I got banned from Battlefield. Bro, because I kept quitting. Because I hate all the maps except for the one where you could snipe on it. So I just kept quitting the games. And then I tried to get on Battlefield, and it gave me an error. And I Googled it, and I got banned. They fucking banned me, bro. Yo, for real. Yo, EA, bro. Yo, listen, can I take this moment? I actually enjoyed that game. And I haven't played that many games in the last quarter because I've been doing a farm shit, you know? So, EA, can you unban my ass? Thank you. Thank you. It's over? What do you mean it's over? Oh, the beta, it ended? Oh, what? Oh. Wait, are you sure? No. No. Bro, I loved it. You know that? I loved it. That's going to be my new 2K. I'm buying it in October. Yo, chat, you're gonna come over and we're gonna play. Yeah, no, bro. What? No. It comes out October 10th. No. No. Damn it. That sucks. I think it's over now. That's crazy. That was a good game. I liked it. I enjoyed TKO on the high now, just barely going green. First set of highs right now. I used to play, that's what we were talking about a couple weeks ago. I used to play Battlefield 2 as a kid. That's why, I don't know, it really reminded me of that. Baidu on the low. Weird. Yeah, no, China's coming down. Baba gave, yeah, China just dumped. Well, there you go. That might be your answer, guys. Because literally we had that little weird move and everything got dragged down, but then China. So it's either China responded to everything or China caused it. I couldn't confidently tell you an answer. You don't mean to repeat yourself, but what do you think of UNH? Just like Intel, the conversation is futile. And you did mean to repeat me. You did want me to. That's why you asked. So if you didn't want me to repeat myself, you wouldn't ask me what was on the watch list, brother. So that was a fun 5 minutes of your membership. But that's why I tell people just listen before buying. I'm not trying to get you guys to buy anything. But if you're going to buy a membership and comment before running through the watch list and taking advantage of everything here, it's a waste of money. So I would make sure you guys lock in first and don't have me repeat it, especially if you know with your qualifier that I would get bothered by that. So thank you. SBGI merge business with Tegna. Ooh, 25 to 30. Did that just come out? Because they had that in the morning, but the details are 22.50. That's what I remember from the AM. So, ooh, yeah, see if it moves. I don't see another Wall Street Journal exclusive, though, that came out. Usually they flash. So I'm not seeing it on the wire. I remember that in the morning. NATO Summit 2026 in Ankara. You didn't watch the watch list? Should you skip the morning news to catch up? I don't care. Do whatever you have to do. But if you're not ready, you're responsible. That's all. Welcome to college. That's it. It's not, who cares? You can do whatever you want. You can do it the last minute. You could do it in the morning. You could do it later. You could do whatever you want. But if you're not prepared, you will suffer the consequences. That is it. It's your burden to bear. So that's it. Do it however you want. Just get it done. And if it's not done and you show up, then you're not ready. Simple. Oh, you're cool and ethereal. I don't know how I feel about compliments, son. But PlayStation. I grew up an Xbox man, and then I don't know how I ended up at PlayStation. Okay, bond stop, China stop, JCI flushed. I put that up there. You watch it, you just ask for the rest of the class. Well, here, use this as a learning example. Don't waste my time for anything, okay? Only ask what you care about and what you want to answer to. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. I don't like that. Because now you just wasted my breath for no reason. You see, you didn't even care. So, $5 more, but next time wait a month before. Thank you. how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 7 bands today. So yeah, I said if we do 15, I'm doubling the membership price. That's the only way to slow this down. So yeah, we're gonna keep making it harder if it keeps the same behavior keeps existing. That's like I said, we need to get down to 300. Biotech's on the low. Yeah, so again, a lot of stuff gave up, and now look at bonds. This is weird. So now market's going down, bonds are going up, and staples. So see, if the staples go up with the bond bid, you're going to go back to rotation. Otherwise, if everything sells off and bonds catch a big bid, that'll be ugly. So we'll see. Labu dolls. MSTR, I haven't even looked at Bitcoin. They got clobbered. That's the one people are worried about. So if you look at seasonality, the only thing that's moved down this quarter or this month has been Bitcoin, even though it's still really, really high. But yeah, it's up there. Now all the crypto ones and Microsoft. All right, watch XLV, XLP. They're not flushing yet. Like I'm telling you, if bonds go up, staples come down with the market, that's bad. But if staples come up, healthcare, staples, and bonds, this is just going back to the rotation. And then like I'm saying, the other one, it's moving around. Right? That's amen, bro. Dude, that's very prophetic. I agree. No, like for real. I don't like those who draw the water and rush and drink it wildly. Exactly. That's a Bible verse, dog. Amen. Amen. Woo! All right, bigger candles, and then now you got more China, but staples are holding. Hold on, this is going to get interesting, you guys. I'd lock in right now. I don't know which way this is going to go, and now it's getting decent because NASDAQ's down 1%. You see what I'm saying? So you're already down 1%. It's not as bad because you're rotating and the Dow's going up, but if that rotation fails, then you're going to be down 2% before you know it. Otherwise, if that rotation holds up, you're going to go right back to break even by the end of the day. So that's why this is a very interesting spot right now. And like I'm telling you, bonds want to move. XLV now, the runners are already coming down. You already saw Intel do that in the morning. It's staying pinned, but yeah, you could see it. And then China is playing a weird spot, not to mention just the Mag 7. So yeah, getting bigger candles. We don't have any update from policy yet. No, we haven't heard from Donald Trump or anybody. You just heard some NATO headlines and some other stuff, but that's it. Other than that, I think it's just the flow, the dynamics now. And like I'm saying, you're getting a weird rotation. Couple names are holding up. Bigger rotation in the morning, but now it's slightly fading. Meeting between NATO leaders on Ukraine to take place on Wednesday, tomorrow. Yeah, and then 30 minutes before Euro close. Yep. All right, a couple of other things moving, but yeah, dude, it's dumping. You just went 642 to 640.80. What do I think of gold backs? My bro, what is that? Is that like a currency? Or are we talking about like, I hope we're not talking about anything except money. Because other than that, I don't know what a gold back is. Is that like a type of gold? I know greenbacks. I know red seals. I know blue seals, green seals, all that shit. But is it gold? Sounds like a team. The golden backs. All right, bro. Look at bro, flushing. Dog, you just gave up the last like 5 days in 2 minutes. I'm not even kidding you, bro. Like, so literally that you couldn't break out of this little range and now whoop. So yeah, it's good that you have a rotation, but it's kind of odd. So see how that plays out. Lots of busy, baby. What up, Wise? You've been doing good work, dog. You've been doing good work, man, for the people. I love you, G. I hope you're doing good. Oh, I think did I get a bug bite? Bro, every time I go to the farm, I come back with a bug bite. It's fucked up, bro. My blood is sweet. Rotation to staples. Pepsi is an easy one that you can see that's up. Literally most of the Dow. So literally, like, I'd say 80% of the Dow is in the green right now. So that's what they're rotating to. Yeah, 19. So 60% now, because some of them failed right there. But Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams, Caterpillar, McDonald's, Travelers, Procter & Gamble, J&J, Amgen, 3M, Walmart, Merck, Visa, Nike, Coca-Cola, Honeywell, Salesforce, Cisco, and JP Morgan. Those are the ones they're rotating to. I'm a business! Woo! Horna! Let's go, baby. Oh, hot dog. Bankruptcies surged past 2020 pandemic levels. I'm secretly turning into a real Texan. No, bro. I'm publicly, non-secretly turning into a Jesus freak. That's what's happening. The only person who's excited about it is my mom. That's how I know I'm doing it good. You know that? Most people don't get it. My mom is... I talked to my mom. She said, praise God. She said, amen. Praise God. That's it, bro. That's it. Jesus. I don't know about comedian. Like I said, I haven't... Maybe. We'll do our first set when I see you guys. I don't have a set, but... Yeah, that's going to be difficult. Well, that's crazy, bro. Bankruptcies past 2020 levels? Like, what the fuck is happening? Amazon will make a minority investment in Upstage. $71 companies filed for bankruptcy, high since 2020. Oh, like S&P companies. The mortgage defaults are not bad. That's why, because everybody... The mortgage defaults that are bad right now are multifamily. It's corporate. It's not like single family. That's the thing. It's a different structure. Everyone keeps misrepresenting this. I don't think that the real estate market is as good. I'm not trying to defend the market like that. I'm just saying that like issue of corporate housing and, you know, above 5 units, multifamily, those have been struggling for years. So that's how it's been. That's the whole like MPW and all of the other like, you know, REITs that have been struggling. That's their portfolio. They own the commercial type properties. So even though there's residential properties that are like packaged all together, some of them above 5 units, it's considered commercial. So those are the ones that are defaulting. Those are the people who bought big investments, they took on all these projects, and now they have to either refinance or get clapped. But like single family, mom and pop, you and I buying a house, that's not high. It's literally historically at one of the lowest rates for foreclosures. They make it impossible now. I don't know if Bill Pulte is going to change it, but I was talking about this a couple weeks ago. Like even the FHA loan. Bro, do you know how hard it is to default on a FHA loan? They don't want you to. It's crazy. Like back in the day, they used to default motherfuckers. They used to foreclose it. You didn't pay your bills, they took your house. Very simple. That's how most of us grew up knowing it. I'm telling you, nowadays, bro, you have a FHA loan and you don't make and I'm not encouraging you to do this, by the way. I just ran through it in my head. But I tell you, I'm not encouraging this because this is going to fuck up your credit and make it very hard for you to expand your real estate portfolio. But what people are doing, or they're not doing it on purpose, it just happens. But if you foreclose on a FHA right now, you stop making the payments, they're not going to foreclose you. They're going to put you through like a 1-year program. It'll take like a year before they let you default. And even then, they find a way they won't let people default. Go look at the foreclosures on FHA. It doesn't exist. It's very weird. But in the last couple years, they've just been anybody who is about to default on a FHA, They'll pause the loan, they'll change it, they'll lower the payment, they'll do anything. They'll do anything but foreclose it. They don't want to. That it's both good and bad. It helps keep people in homes, and I like that. But it's bad because then that means people are buying these houses that they couldn't afford, and then they're taking inventory. That's jacking up the rest of the market, and then they couldn't afford it anyways. If they just sold it, moved in, and it would suck that they'd get displaced, but if they bought something they couldn't afford and it's been 3 years without paying, they're negatively impacting that area because it's harder for people to get a affordable home, ironically enough. So you keep the guy in the house, it's good because he gets a house, but then it does make it harder for the next guy to get a house. Do you guys understand? So it's not like good or bad, it's just like cause and effect. That's why it sucks. Because it's like, okay, you don't want to kick people out, and it's good that, because back in the day, they used to just foreclose for no reason. So it's good that you're helping people, but at the same time, it's also fucking up these real estate markets because now maybe 10-20% of the homes, they would have been for sale, but now they're not because the FHA is artificially keeping the borrower in the house. I don't know if I think they're going to lower requirements. I think once they get Freddie and Fannie public, I think they're going to unleash a bunch of government loans for first-time buyers. He put out a video yesterday. Pulte put out like an ad. And it was like the great home buying renaissance. But that's what I could see happening, 100%. Because you need to. You need to give people good money. I remember how long have I been telling you? The hard part about getting a house isn't a house. The hard part was the financing. That's why I hated it before I made money and I realized the scam. Because we were young immigrants and I'm like, okay, let's get a house. They're cheap. And then you find out what a qualification is. And then you're like, wait, what do you mean? You could make $1 million today and none of you would qualify for a home loan tomorrow. You don't get that? Most people don't understand that. Go make a business. Go make $1 million trading today. Go, you hit that Intel and you made $1 million, bro. You do not have qualified income. You have to buy that house cash, or if you try to take that money and get a loan, nobody would give you a loan. That's kind of the problem. So that's why I like it when Pulte is like finding real ways to get people qualified. Because if you can make it based on like a realistic assessment and not just off of one metric, you could definitely get people who would be able to pay for a home. You could be realistic and reasonable and get them in houses. You could do it 20% down, but like I'm saying, that's not, compare it. You could take somebody working at McDonald's, they could get 3% down. So 20% down, you could pretty much get anything. But if they really didn't want to, it would probably be like 40%. It's crazy. But that's like one of the realities of home buying and like the American financial system, qualification, and how stringent it is. That's why Dodd-Frank, that's why I told you I both made a lot of money off of MMT, but then in the beginning we were held back. Think about it. They did Dodd-Frank, they lowered rates to 0, handed out all this free money, but then the only people who could buy houses were the people who already had money. That's why when some of y'all give me shit, you don't realize we were broke. My parents lost everything. So that was our opportunity. While these motherfuckers were buying 100 houses, I got my first one because I had to go through so many hoops just to get qualified because we didn't know it. You see what I'm saying? And then I had to build from there over the next decade. Meanwhile, the people with first access to money, they were qualifying without second thought. They could buy anything at way less than I could have. My first house, I had to put way more money down, and it was way harder than the guy who was putting it down for 2%, and then already got a bunch of government money, or the people who. That's why the people who bought the PPP loans, bro. That's fucking shame on you. You know how many people who didn't need a PPP loan, and then they took it, and then they bought a house, and then they took the loan, and then that fucked up the real estate market. So, yeah, man. And then you go and blame the boomers. You guys should go blame every millennial who took out a PPP loan that didn't need it and spent the money on stuff they didn't need. So if you're going to get mad at a boomer for buying a house for a paperclip, how come you don't talk about that? It's really weird. Because think of it. You know how many people? I know people. Go. You know how many YouTubers? Go look up their names. and they'll fucking their YouTube PPP loan will come up. And you know what they did? They bought homes that you couldn't buy, and then it lowered the inventory and all of that. You guys get mad at me for buying I bought all of it with my money from day one. I never took a government dime. I don't have any government funding. I don't have any PPP. I didn't take any. I gave away over $1 million during that time. So yeah, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. And you get mad at the boomers who are about to die, and for them having a home, you're mad at them? Like, what? It's the millennials. It's the millennials, and they all took the jobs, and they all fucking took the PPP loans. They didn't have any shame, and then they jacked up the markets, and then they all did dumb shit with it, and it had a consequence. But you only blame the boomers. I'm not even a boomer, might I add. I don't agree with all the boomer hate. I only hate the boomers that turn into liberals and try to get me to save the environment now that they're 90 and already fucked up the world. And now they want me to fucking abide to their liberal agenda. Fuck you, old boomer, who has now tried to switch to liberalism to console their sins. You should have repented. Seek the Lord. But yeah, that's how I feel. But that's what I'm saying, though. Those are real effects that have real impacts on the world, communities, and all of that. And even financially. Like I'm telling you, bro, those PPP loans fucked up real estate more than just as much as Powell did, probably. Because people weren't thinking about how this played out. And then even if the people made a bad decision, the consequence still reflected on the real estate market. That comp is there. That house was there. You see what I'm saying? You can't go back now. And then I'm just saying, a lot of the millennials who point the finger, I think they're pointing to obfuscate, I don't know how to say that one, from the fact that they probably contributed just as much to the problem. Like I'm saying, they were taking PPP loans. A lot of it. I see people talk about boomers in houses, but nobody talks about boomers in stocks. So they bring up boomers buying houses and say, why would you buy their $10,000 paperclip? How come you don't bring up the fact they bought McDonald's stock for 10 pennies? You still buy it. You'll still buy it. You know how much I bought Amazon for? I wasn't a boomer, might I add. Or what about Apple? So it doesn't make sense. It's really weird. And a lot of people point the fingers. But it's just like, y'all caused it. For real. Like, literally, take your responsibility. And just fix it instead of complaining about it all the time. That's why we just got to work and protect ourselves. Go get a house. And ta-da. Yeah, I bought McDonald's for the cost of a McChicken. 10 cents. Yeah. Fuck yeah. The boomers slept while atrocities were committed. Some of them. But like I just explained with the PPP loans, there was more young people who took out PPP loans, and it had a devastating impact on real estate and the economy and made it unaffordable for people. So if you're going to blame the boomers for their sleeping through atrocities and ignore that, that's just not fair. That's what I'm saying. I think you're being brainwashed, or that's propaganda. Because why is everybody ignoring one group of people whose hands are bloody? That's what I'm saying. You could go literally on public record, go find everybody who took a PPP loan. That everybody has blood on their hands, and you're going to tell me you want to go and look at everyone else? That doesn't make sense. If you took a PPP loan and you didn't need it, you were part of the problem. That is the reality. There's no way around it. Whether you think you're good, bad, I'm this or that, the fact of the matter is you took money you didn't need, most likely lied about it, and took that money for a purpose that it wasn't made for, and bought shit and called it part of a house or items or whatever it may be, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's part of the problem. Oh yeah, the Tom Brady's, all of them, everybody. It's funny. It's really funny because you see who did it, and it's just, yeah, it's wild. It was for people who needed it. That's what I believed. And then people used it, and it caused a economic disaster. Part of it, beyond just what Powell did, and then the government. That was the $4 trillion. So yeah, man, very wild. your employer needed it, couldn't get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. And then all these big corporations, all these people who were already rich, then they took it and then they started gambling with it, and then caused this gambling culture. Isn't that crazy? And now they have the audacity to blame the people who have been living in a house for 20 years. Okay. that's cute. GSK. Oh, I just saw one of the drug updates. GSK, it's 1.1. I like GSK when it moves. If it doesn't go past 3, it might not hit. But if GSK goes past, it was the AstraZeneca upgrade. But if GSK goes past like 3 or 4, it could really move. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have people paying their mortgage, clocking into work, doing all of this, and you want to blame those people for the real estate market? When I could public record bring out millions of people under the age of 40 who took excessive amounts of money that they did not need and lied about it to blow it and gamble and buy a house, and that's crazy. That's like batshit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the lack of respect some people have. And you see how I treat people, where I'm like, listen, bro, I'm not going to tolerate people if that's how. It's just not fair. You guys aren't trying to learn. You're not trying to make money if that's how you really view the world. Because it's not. That's impossible. It's crazy. RCL. Zoe, hello. Do you know your name means life? I met a Zoe once and they told me that, and I said, that's beautiful. I said, wow, amen. So welcome. Your friends took it, he was unemployed and didn't need it and used it for vacations. I know. That's what I'm saying. How many of you know somebody that did that? Every single one of you has that story. Like I'm saying, why are you so, and you have the audacity to blame boomers and tell me that you'll never buy a house and you're mad at them? Why? You should be mad at your peers. You should be mad at scammers. You should be mad at gamblers and the people who did that and supported that. That's crazy. But you want to do that and then believe you'll never get a property? No, I would rather believe you'll get a property, and then I would just look at it the right way so you don't get confused in the future. That's what I'm saying. Be real, bro. Be accurate with your thought and don't confuse yourself, because some of you are confusing yourself, and that's what, it's not going to set you up for a good financial future if you view the world like that. And if you're like, oh, the people who made the right decision and planned for a long amount of time, why were they the problem? How? It doesn't make sense. It makes more sense that the other scamming and other behavior that was disingenuine caused the bigger portion of that. And it wasn't old people. It was you. It was your peers. That's the sad part. Yeah, you may a half dozen who did that. I know, bro. I know it's all public record. I think you should read those books. But again, I'm going off of your comment. If you still view boomers as the atrocities, bro, those books aren't going to help you. That's what I'm trying to, because those books don't teach that. I've read them. All the Napoleon Hill doesn't tell you to view the world like that. And that's why I'm saying some of you got to break out of that mindset immediately. I'm telling you, or you're going to end up like the people who just never grow. And then they're going to view, and then they're never going to own stuff and all of, I've seen it happen time and time again. So those are great books. Napoleon Hill will change your life, but if your mindset is viewing the world where it's not on personal responsibility and let's blame all those other people for it. Like I'm saying, I could tell you what's happening, but I take responsibility. It's just whatever we do. It doesn't matter if they do good, do bad. We have to protect ourselves. All of us in here who want to do it. So that's what we got to do. But if you're always viewing it like that and you create an enemy out of someone who's not the enemy, that's not going to be good. All right, you're coming back down. It is Euro close in 8 minutes. The boomer, like I said, I don't think all the boomers are like innocent, but the problem I just explained had a crack effect. It was gasoline on a fire, and everybody's acting like it didn't happen, or they're looking at everything else but that. Like, what do you think made house prices go up 20%? You had every 18 to 40-year-old just got juiced up on a lie of money. That it's sad that the government and boomers gave it to them, but at the end of the day, they did that and they acted like that. And yeah, and I don't know. I just think so many people did it that we all have to try to ignore it, because then you'll see the reality. We caused our own housing problem. That's with all the liars and PPP loans, and then mix it into an already tight real estate market, or 60% of houses already paid off. What do you think the other 40% did with fake money that they lied about to get? The staple thing is all staying pinned. I don't know if you guys noticed, even during that little ramp. It went down a little bit, but we're still in the range. Nothing happened. Low rates, free money, and work from home was the perfect storm. I agree. But guess what? Boomers, they don't like free money. They don't like work from home. They already owned a home for a paperclip. So they weren't going to lie to get millions of dollars to go buy another one. They believed in a certain element of work. Ironically, the people who don't value it are the ones who destroyed it. You don't see it? I see it. I'm trying to explain it, but people get mad because they all threw their stones. And I know a lot of you didn't take PP loans, which was good. Because like I'm saying, like at the end of the day, look at you telling me the people who respect the culture, the people who said, I work, I don't, you think they caused it? It was the people with no respect, the people who lied, who didn't care. They said, give me low rates. Let's gamble with low rates. Oh, free money is for people who need it? No, it's for everybody. Oh, I don't want to work. I want to work from home. We should be here. That's not boomer shit. None of that sound like a boomer. That's all non-boomer. And y'all think y'all didn't cause this? That's cute. That's cute. That's really, really cute to think about. Like, none of that meets the boomer criteria. That's all our generation. That's all everybody. There's the younger people who did that. All of them. Scott Besant says India's richest family profited from Russia's oil deals. They're reiterating in the morning. No, there was a lot of people, bro. It was a generation. I don't think it was a class. Because I saw rich people do it. I saw poor people do it. You had YouTubers with every follower in the world and every people just starting. You had famous people, non-famous people. You had big companies, small. It's crazy. It was a generation. It has nothing to do with social or economic class. It just, people didn't honor things. That's all. And that don't sound like boomers to me, bro. Boomers, they have their own sins, but this sounds like us, you guys. This sounds like us. I'm just calling it how I see it. This is us. That's what look at the poly market. Look around, bro. You don't see it, and you look at. It's weird that the real estate market started moving like all of our assets. It never moved like that, bro. I made my whole career with it moving like a boomer market. This isn't a boomer market. Look at what happened. That's that's it, bro. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. You don't blame boomers, you blame yourself. But listen, you're gonna do a lot better. You know that? Because once you're able to take the personal, that's what I'm saying. You take the personal responsibility, you're going to correct it. I guarantee it. Because you already have the maturity to say, all right, you know what? I did drop the ball. I'm going to do this. And that's it. That's what I'm saying. And then, but sadly, the people who cannot take responsibility, they're never going to change. And that's what I'm saying. The mindset, it doesn't matter whether you have a lot of money or not. That mindset is detrimental and destroys. But if you're willing to look at it like that and realize you have the responsibility, you're going to do phenomenal. And I don't think the opportunity is out of your reach. That's why the irony is that people are trying to talk people out of it. People are trying to talk them out of correcting it right now. That's why I'm like, why? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's very crazy. Why do you have to pay for other people's errors? That's how life is. From Eve eating the apple to why the fuck was I born? I didn't want to be born. My parents decided to fuck, and now I'm here. So I didn't want that. I'm paying for other people's mistakes before I was even born. So that's life. But you have to take control of what you have dominion over. You all have your own responsibility in your life, and you need to control it. And whatever happens outside of your control, there you go. But if it's in your control now, so the prices may be high, but you could still save. People may be crazy, but you could still be prudent. And that's what I'm saying. It's all on you. And I believe that. And that's, again, I was behind my whole life, but that mentality caught me up. I was born behind. I was born paying for people's mistakes. My parents were immigrants. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why did I have to be an immigrant? Like, serious, why? You know how many times I wanted to be like those kids at school, bro? Thank God I wasn't. You see? But I took the responsibility. You all do. And the moment you do, I don't know if it sounds good or bad, but it's happy because the moment you do, that's a new man. That's a new man. That's a new woman. That's a new man or woman who's going to do a lot of good things. That's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. It's kind of bittersweet when you really look at it. You did. Listen, if you didn't take the free money, you got a reward. You just don't value it. Listen, everything will be repaid. I promise you. It's funny because everyone keeps telling me that. I can't even make it up, bro. I've heard it so many times. But you already got something by not taking the money. You have a mindset right now that those people will probably spend the next 5 to 10 years getting rid of. No, your reward's not in heaven. I'm not even giving you some cliche. You have a different reward in heaven, but that has nothing to do with this world. I'm telling you, your mind. Think about it. That action trapped so many people in a mindset that they will not get rid of. You don't realize it yet, but you not succumbing to that, yeah, it may have not given you dollars, but my brother, you walked away with something that is going to almost certainly guarantee you a very good future if you stick to it. That's what's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Watch how it plays out in 10, 20 years. And watch your peers. Like I'm saying, you think it's weird we got here 5 years later and I'm looking around, I'm like, everybody is unprepared. How did that happen? It's like their mindset has been geared and trained towards easy, free, nothing for the last 5 years. Weird. You either have it or you don't. So you got something. Do you value it? You didn't take the money. You didn't get free money. You just wanted free money. I know. Is free money the reward? No, it's your mind, dude. I'm telling you, the intelligence. Ah! I hope they feel me, bro. And now it's Euro close. Banks are moving. SPY's moving up. You gotta move around. I gotta move my toes. Oh, yeah. game time. So yeah, stand up, move your body, chest to the sun. That's it, bro. Gotta move around. I need to see if we have propaganda. No propaganda. Oh wait, it just came on. All right, follow me on Instagram.
Intel soaring today after this $2 billion investment from SoftBank.
I tell you to buy a membership, but a lot of y'all bought some
at least.
So thank you. I hope you made money, man. And get a lantern. And protect your mind. MO, bro.
On your beat, KP.
Hold on. What's MO going?
Yeah, it's been a busy few years, which is great for me. But let's talk about Intel because it is getting a $2 billion
Let's talk about Intel, you guys.
And shareholders really
not yesterday
when
it was down 5%. Let's talk about it now.
It's not so black and white. SoftBank would be buying roughly 2% of the company. Intel tells me last night it's a primary issuance, meaning that new shares would come to market and fresh capital, but that also does mean stock dilution. And yet shares are up because investors really see SoftBank's backing as more than just money. It's credibility that could attract other institutions and AI partnerships through SoftBank's OpenAI and ARM connections, for example. Intel, like you said, has also had talks with the Trump administration about a potential 10% government stake using CHIPS Act funding. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick confirmed on CNBC this morning that the plan wouldn't give the U.S. voting rights, even though it could make the federal government Intel's largest shareholder. Here's Lutnick's explanation about the government stake. Listen in.
What is in it for the American taxpayer? And the answer Donald Trump has is we should get an equity stake for our money. So we'll deliver the money, which was already committed under the Biden administration. We'll get equity in return for it, get a good return for the American taxpayer instead of just giving grants away.
This is the part where I say it's not all black and white. I was talking to Wedbush's Matt Bryson, and he raises a critical concern. If the U.S. owns 10% of Intel, the government won't let the company make decisions that are best for shareholders. Intel couldn't move production to Taiwan Semiconductor or divest fabs to optimize profitability, even if that's the smartest business move. Bryson calls it a, quote, raw deal. Intel went from getting grants with minimal strings to potentially giving up 10% ownership for the same money. Meanwhile, competitors like TSMC and Samsung get grants without any equity stakes. SoftBank's investments bring strategic value, no doubt, but potential government ownership creates a fundamental conflict between U.S. manufacturing interest and what's actually best for Intel shareholders, guys.
Yeah, that's sort of the point, and we quoted Stacey Rasgon a lot this morning, Christina. He writes that we still wonder how much force the administration can or needs to bring if Intel can actually deliver products that meet specs or cost effective, and he argues if they can't, no amount of encouragement is going to help. In other words, the money is one thing, but how much can you force customers to the market? It's difficult.
Yeah, because the money is not solving the core problem with Intel, and that seems to be just catching on this AI train and moving forward with their more advanced processes. UBS had
all of it, bro. I don't know. And I think you guys see it more and more. I'm glad. The more, that's why if I was timid about it, I don't think you guys would notice it the same way. Because the last couple years when I tried to call out how fucking oblivious it was, it was just, I think you guys are seeing propaganda more and more every day and seeing how you need to think for yourself, for real. Because again, they're not telling, and that's it. They tell you when it's up, not at the right time. And that's the problem. That's when, and then, yeah, they'll talk it down again. The algo hits, it comes, and then they do it all over again. But you have to really start thinking for yourself. And I hope you see it. But little by little, and then again, people do get mad when you try to bring them towards it. That's why it gets ironic. Putin not very willing to pursue peace. Oh yeah, do a push-up too. I only did the toes, but I need to I gotta do the wall stretch actually. So here, I should play their propaganda. I might need some more propaganda.
Any fat in, but it's going to take time, and so the stock reaction is just maybe a little bit premature when we haven't actually seen the turnaround plan and what this would mean for the actual advanced manufacturing processes.
Well, no doubt SoftBank injects some confidence in there, at least. Thank you, Christina. Christina Partsinevelos. Time now for news updates. Silvana Henao has it for us. Silvana.
Hey, Sarah, good morning. President Trump said today it's possible Vladimir Putin may not want to make a deal at all to end the war in Ukraine. He made the comment in an interview on Fox and Friends this morning, with the president saying he believes Putin's course of action will become clear in the next couple of weeks. Trump also ruled out American boots on the ground in Ukraine. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said today her government has no deal with the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration to dismantle drug smuggling corridors. The DEA issued a statement on Monday touting the bilateral initiative called Project Portero. Sheinbaum said no agreement has been reached, but a deal for a security coordination agreement with the U.S. is now practically ready. And the sale of the Boston Celtics was finalized today, putting private equity mogul Bill Chisholm at the helm of the NBA's most decorated team. The Celtics were put on the market last summer, soon after winning a record 18th NBA championship. Chisholm won the bidding war with an offer that valued the franchise at more than $6.1 billion, Carl.
We keep shaking our heads at some of these valuations. Amazing. Thanks, Silvana. Still to come this morning, Palo Alto, one of the top gainers on the S&P this morning after posting better than expected guidance. Nikesh Arora talked to us earlier in the show. He told us about the company's growth driver. We'll talk about that ahead. Plus, we'll get to this move in Viking Therapeutics, plummeting after some new obesity drug data disappoints, giving a slight lift to Novo and Lilly. We're back in 2.
Crypto Watch is sponsored by Crypto.com. Crypto.com is America's premier crypto platform.
All right, I could do one more. I need to do like a lunge. The toe exercises. Oh yeah, you got to look it up, bro. It's good. It's good for you. Uber Lyft arbitrage. I was moving a couple times. I mean, Uber's been phenomenal. I'm surprised. That thing like really held up and rent. Well, the Intel thing is just, this is kind of what I noticed yesterday, and I hope you guys notice it. Everybody is just talking very definitive. So that's it. The reality is nobody knows what's happening. That's it. That's why I keep saying, just wait till they announce the deal. They're even like, well, the turnaround plan, and then there's this, but then even though they offered new shares, investors like it. It doesn't matter. Nobody knows. We're all just guessing. That's what I'm saying. I'm aware that I'm guessing. I just know the guess I'm making, and and then we know where the downside is too. So that's what has made it simple, like we talked about yesterday on the watch list. But yeah, like we don't know what it is. So that's why, like, when it gets a headline and the algos tweak out, they're using these false narratives to justify a move. But I'm like, nobody knows. That's not real. Yeah, you may be right. Yeah, everybody may be right. You see what I'm saying? Everybody on TV might be right. Who knows? But the fact is, the real move, the real value, that gets created once we know what is fucking happening. And that is going to be the next mover. And that's it. It's really that simple. So that's why, in the meantime, and then it'll either be sell the news, or if it's not as good as people expected, or if it's better and they become the top shareholder and it has who knows whatever else they unlock, then there you go. Why we took a dip today? I don't know what that was. It was like China, but for now, I would chalk up today to a rotation. It's definitely, after Euro close here, it's getting a little worse. Dow's about to go negative, and that's what I was saying. If that happens and we lose the rotation, then today starts to look really ugly. But for now, it's just looking rotationary, but no real headline. A little bit of cold water on the war stuff like you heard, but that's it. Rubio to lead Ukraine security guarantees with Trump promising air support. I'm still stretching, believe it or not. I'm doing like the knee lunges. Yeah, get a good glute hamstring stretch. You know, move around a little bit. I hope you guys moved around. It's already 8:40. It's a little slower though. Ironically, when the market moves more, it moves slower. Because yesterday flew by.
CustomInc.com.
Welcome back. Shares of Palo Alto near the top of the S&P 500 this morning after reporting an earnings beat. Guidance also coming in both.
All right. It's been slightly rotationary. Some things did. That's how the Dow got here. But it'll like rotate for a day or two and then just come right back down. And then continue. That's why staples, some have advanced more than others. Pepsi's been advancing, healthcare, but then some have not really. I want to say like Philip Morris just started going up. So it all just depends. Follow Alter Pally. They haven't moved from the morning. Where's the other one? MU. That one's still above that first candle, but the premiums. Oh yeah, the Dow, you're right. That might be it too. Yeah, the Dow is. That UNH is adding the drag. That's a very good comment. INSM, again, didn't they have a buyout thing the other day? Or some rumor? Some news. The verse of the day. I like the verse. Did you read it all? Oh, dude, it goes hard. Dude, I read it all this morning, bro. I was getting hyped. I was like, whoa! There's some good ones, man. It's a good book. Good book. Vic? Oh, that's a cruise. All of the cruises, bro. All day. Bam. He prowls around like a roaring lion. Amen, bro. That's what I say. There's some bangers in that. First Peter. Peter. The UVIX green. VIX at 15 is still very low. That's like the Dow would be up more if UNH didn't give up all of that. Again, cruise lines and all that. I think Walmart's still running. No, they came down. So I'm glad he made that free. HD, yeah, these are all the staples. XLP's not as hot. I think all of them faded after that. Even Pepsi, they were looking good. WDC. But yeah, man, we're chilling now. Again, we've got more movement than yesterday. Your headlines, though, are a little bit more minimal, or kind of like yesterday. But then, yeah, depending on how you were prepared. It was exciting in the morning, that first hour, bro, those intels and everything else. But it wasn't like you didn't make opportunity that you didn't have the day prior. But now we are just waiting. Yeah, the verse of the day is the same for everybody. I'm pretty sure on YouVersion. Yeah. That's why it's kind of interesting sometimes. Because we're all getting the same one. And then you'll see what comes up next. Sometimes we'll talk about stuff and I'm like, oh shit. Always a good time. the the Robinhood mystery drop. Come on, man. I'm more interested in the stock market mystery drop. I don't know what's gonna happen the rest of the day. So that's it, man. Go to Robinhood, bro. Go to Robinhood. I don't know if you work for them or not, but You guys didn't know we all get the same daily verse? Yeah, bro. We all have the same exact daily verse every day. SY. So young. So young. So young. No, well, if you have the same app, yeah, we all get the same daily verse. That's why I could tell if you read it or not. That's why I said it that one day. Because I was like, man, y'all really just opening this up like a meme app, huh? Because I know you do that. I know people. I had like some of my friends or even like girls who would try to lie to me about Jesus. You guys don't realize, I told you, Christ fishing is real. You know that? You know how many girls have lied to me about their love of Jesus to get into my pants? It's very ironic. You can't make this up, bro. It's so sad. It actually breaks my heart, bro. It breaks my heart. But yeah, like literally, it's the same app. So you could tell, like, people just open it and they just read the fucking excerpt and then that's it. That's why I'm like, no, bro. Like, read it. Read it all. Like, it's that. Read it. That's the whole point. Read it. It's info. Man. Oh, yeah, bro. No, and then you guys do it too, though. No, it's okay. I'm not condemning anybody. I'm trying to encourage, because it's very easy to get that Bible app and just open it up. But like, you should spend time with it, man. You should like sit down. I don't like reading just the verse. I read the whole chapter. Just read all of it and be involved in it, and you'll get way more out of it. But if you use it as just like a motivation app, it's not. Just yeah, weed is popping up here. I don't see any policy or any crazy headlines, but yeah. Yeah, it's called it's the YouVersion Bible app. Boom. Dow is melting. I think it's UNH. That's why I like that comment. Because UNH is the only like healthcare down that has big weighting on the Dow. Dow is about to go red, but yeah. So at this point though, take notice that low we hit like an hour ago, or what, 30 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago. Now you're gonna break it with the Dow going red. So it's not working. Putin asked China to be guarantor for agreement with America and Europeans. Is this getting one step closer to world peace? Is that why the title? Man. Yeah, so now Putin wants China to be the guarantor of the deal. That's crazy. Well, and it's going to end up with more global coordination than we started with. That's hilarious. Yeah, equal weight has a huge gap, but it is starting to come down. But they got 0.3. So equal weight, it would kind of be reflective of the Dow without UNH. Dude. The OnlyFans girl claiming a relationship with Christ seems like a conflict of interest. So does the guy claiming to love Christ judging others. So I'll tell you this. There's a good chance that some of those OnlyFans girls are going to go to heaven more than the people going to church every day. I genuinely believe that. It's like Jesus had a bunch of stories of prostitutes getting into the kingdom before. all of the religious leaders. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. What matters is in your heart, in your actions, and as it shows. That's why it's kind of crazy. He did tell you not to do other things, but he also said, take the plank out of your eye. You're a Jesus freak at work. Everyone thinks you're a psycho. Same. Same, bro. Same. Jesus knows how to live. Are you making a joke about my God, brother? Do you think how do you think this is gonna end, Nate? Nate who posts ASMR videos. Don't talk shit about my God, okay? That's it. I'm gonna treat Jesus like how some of y'all treat Muhammad. That's it. You don't talk about my Jesus. You better put some respect on my Jesus. Amen. He loves you. He says turn the cheek, so I forgive you, but I'm not gonna, just to make a point, I have to ban you. I don't see anything on wheat. I said wheat. Weed. German defense minister working with European partners for guarantees for Ukraine. No, I don't even know the bands today. It's last, I think 8. That was number 8. I think you guys are good though. Yesterday was terrible. Not only was yesterday terrible, like right before the Intel made it worse. And then you see it. My max ban day also led to a gigantic 1000% day the next day. That's why. So don't fuck with me. That's why I'm like, come on, guys. Y'all like, what do you think I'm doing? I want a high-ass standard because it works. So, I don't know, man. And then y'all get mad at me and you want to be here for stocks. I'm giving it to you. I'm literally handing it to you. But yesterday was bad. So, and I think the results show why it was so bad. Because there was opportunity. There was clear opportunity. It was beginning of the week. You know, your wake, everything, bro. It was fresh. So, I'm glad though. Today we're gonna get to Philo without that many bans, so I'm much more happier about that. Yeah, Circle, just the IPOs, man. They hype them up. That gets the marketing budget on the first week, and then after that, depending on if it really has the juice or not, depending on how much premium, there you go. No, think about it. Friday too. Holy shit. No, there's more bans when there's more opportunity. Holy fuck. I'm gonna backtest it. I'll put it through and see. Holy shit. I didn't realize, because guess what? Friday was the other Intel. Holy fuck. That supports my theory more. So I have confirmation bias because like I'm telling you, bro, it's just like, I swear people try to talk you out of it. And I think that's what I'm telling you, like people disrupt they're not here to make money. And that's why, and then they try to make me seem like the bad guy for banning them. But I'm like, no, like they're really trying to stop some of you guys from advancing, and they're trying to confuse you. And some of them will claim to be Chad, and they'll claim, and they got long badges. That's why I don't care anymore. I'm telling you, bro, it's really trippy. And that's why I get like, I'm being very serious about it. You get in the way of my people, I'm gonna stomp you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm here to help people. So if you get in my way, I'm running you over. I don't care. And you should do the same. That's it. You help people. That's why I'm like, oh, you guys just blew my mind. Now I need to put it through my program and see. But I have all the data. That's why I'm saying I've been doing a lot of data analysis, so then that way I don't go too crazy. Because you guys know I sound crazy, but then I back test it with data. So then that way, if I'm crazy and the data don't show it, then I'm just crazy. But if I'm crazy and the data shows it, you're crazy. So yeah, bro, hold up. That's crazy. Yeah, bro, the bans are Friday and Monday, the 2 days where both of those, the difference in money, we're talking up to 3,000%. And that had the most bans on the month. The day with the two biggest plays, the UNH and the Intel. Both of them in tandem. That's crazy. And y'all think I'm like tweaking out when I wake up. I'm just like, dude, why are you guys fucking around right now? That's my reaction every time. And I'm like, why are you guys doing this? Why are you guys, come on, bro. Why are we waiting? Do you not see this? That's crazy. So yeah, you have way less bans today. There's no opportunity. I'm gonna go back and see some of the bigger plays and see how many bans we had. Because for now, at least in August, the most amount of bans happen either the day of or the day before some of the biggest gains. So yeah, take that how you please. A live ban count, that might work. Because honestly, that might tell you opportunity though. That's what I'm saying though. If I could get a statistically significant uptick in bans by me operating the same, and if we just notice an increase in bans, more likelihood there's probably more opportunity. Because I'm saying both days were 1,000%ers at least, or 500 for today, but then it turned into 1,000 by here. So, and then the other day, UNH was 3,000 to 7,000%. And then it was also the entry of Intel. Both days I had more than 15, 20 ban, which was abnormal. Because like I told you, I don't ban like that. It's really not that much. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I didn't think the bans would give me that type of data, but that's cool. I didn't ever really think about it like that. Except for right now. And it checks out. So we'll see. I'll find out more. Hi, Josh. Hello. That was a $2 ban test. He said, "Hi, Josh. I just wanted to say hello, just right now, just to make sure you are greeted this morning. Hello." My bad, bro. I'm not trying to make y'all paranoid like that. Just, follow along, be with it. And even then, even if you can't talk, you could listen. And if you listened yesterday or you listened on Friday, you still could have made money even if I banned you. That's the crazy part. Stata owners are said to resume IPO work. Nice, another IPO. DraftKings. Hello, Josh. Hello. You already knew you weren't banned. All right, now you're just having fun. Amen. Have no fear. Don't be worried. Don't be worried. I don't know what the XP is. It's like, I think YouTube was just trying to copy Twitch. To Battlefield 6. Dude, that's crazy. The beta's over. So you can't play it? So I can't play it today if I wanted to? I don't think I have time today, but that would have been nice. I love that game. I like Battlefield. It was very good. Good blast from the past. All right, couple of value names are trying to tick up here, but we're still near the low, and you're like 30 minutes off a euro close, so Europe should be fully settled by now. Is that Ethereum now? Nope. Dude, I haven't played 2K in months. I'm over. I'm not even buying the next one. I can't. It's too. The game's terrible. I'm just playing real basketball. Better for my life. That's it, bro. I lost like an extra couple pounds. I'm getting swole. I got my cardio up. All I would do is get mad when I would play 2K. So, you know, I like real basketball now. And then I'll play Battlefield. That'll be because I don't shoot my guns in real life. So I hope I don't have to, but yeah, so I'll go to Battlefield for that. You went and played yesterday? Yeah, bro. It's fun. I'm telling you, you're going to get addicted. That's it. If you got any ounce of ball in you, bro, and then you go back to playing, you're going to love it. It was amazing. What up, wow, wow? Holy cow. Welcome. A little bit of volatility. It all depends. It's like this part was like weird unwind of rotation. We still have a little bit more, and then if you woke up to the other ones, that was fun. A lot of volatility in these like uranium nuclear plays and materials. They got murdered. So, but yeah, kind of chill. Way better than yesterday though. At least we're not doing the stay pinned, but we are advancing down, and it just feels different just because of the rotation. But give it another hour, that could all unwind. What do I say about rotation? Oh, brother. Same thing we've been saying for years. Go to Investopedia and just search stock rotation, and that could explain it. I did. I saw a coyote on the farm. He was just walking it, bro. I got a little nervous, but I could take him. He was small. That's it. At first, I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, easy money. I got him. But yeah, I'm not going to shoot him. I feel bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I felt bad, like, after the bird got stuck in one of those traps. I felt so terrible. You know that? I was like, man, I don't even want to put, like, bug spray on the property anymore. Because I'm like, who am I? I'm just this human fucking up their land, bro. It's their land. It's not even mine. Even though it's all God's. But that's why I was like, bro, I felt bad. So I don't know. I'm more and more, I'm like, I like the animals. I already loved animals, but even the wild ones where I'm like, I'm like, no, bro. Like, I love them, bro. I love them. Those are my family. But I'm the human, so I have dominion. I'll fuck them up. I don't care. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a vegan. God gave you dominion. Ecclesiastes only applies if there's no God. But there is a God. That's the whole point. You have your dominion. Yallah. But yeah, you should take care of animals. You could eat them too. It just all depends. That's gonna tweak some people out. I know, but I'm comfortable with it. I don't know about you. You're gonna have to figure that out. Don't get. MO is still going. I looked for premiums, but those have been jacked since the other 1000%. Those haven't came down. If you held one of the free sets, you're killing it. But I already sold out of all of them. You can't double dip yet. I'm watching. MO's been on fire, though, ever since that Philip Morris play. Like I told you, the underperformance, that opened up a window for him. VIX is climbing, SPY near the low. Amen, baby, amen. I mean. Wife planted mostly native pollinators. The insect and wildlife has been explosive, beautiful to see, but dangerous at dawn and dusk. Oh, yeah. You get a lot of bug bites, bro? Win. Ooh. Yo, win kind of popping. Remember, I like this thing early in the year. Damn. That already doubled almost. Fuck. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like it at the highs. Remember, we talked about win at the lows, too. Win. I like it, but too late. Too late to apologize. Too late. Yeah, that's great. I don't know the bug. That's the only thing though. Bugs I don't like. I don't like bug bites, bro. That's the only downside of the farm so far. I literally get clipped every time. Every time I go there, I get bug bites on my ankles. My ankles come back burning every time, no matter what I do. It's terrible. NB got, bro, all of those plays got worked. Hey, man, I'm glad. I think the watch list could help a lot of people who don't lock in. So, or if you can't be here all the time. So I'm glad, but use it and use the long term and stay with the plan and don't get pulled into the world. Only you are required to be ready and you bear the responsibility. Everybody. I put on DEET, bro. Oh, the mosquito eater plants? I've seen those actually, yeah. I don't know. We might have to plan our ecosystem. All right, UNH dropping. DOW is going to flip red. Yep, 02. So there it is. UNH is adding the drag. You still got 20 names green, I believe. 18 on the dower in the green. But yeah, that's gonna add a little bit. Eco 8 still up by about a quarter, but everything from here now, markets all flip red, and then the rotation starts to deflate a little bit. Pickardin, yeah, I've heard of that, actually. Selling call or debit spread puts? On what? It doesn't really relate. We haven't talked about that in a while. I talked about call selling a few weeks ago, but I don't think that strategy is really relevant for anything we discussed. You can if you want, but that's random comparative to the watch list. A hedge ETF and called it Buzz? What is it? VIX is on the high. Oh no, that's an old one. And then Intel's slowly going down. It gets tweaky below 25. So that's all. But then again, I'm still waiting for another opportunity, or we already cashed out this morning. And then we could re-go or keep the ones with time and do whatever. MO still. Gilead just started running. Again, a couple of names lifted up right now, like Gilead and Win, but an ANAB right now, but UVXY, the VIX. Bonds haven't moved, but everything else is kind of draining. about Russia if oil goes back to open market. I think oil will come down. I think, and that's it. Energy will be flowing. So I think it'd be and then it would be bullish for emerging markets. That's the thing, because like low oil could happen in conflict or it could happen in peace. But low oil benefits societies, or at least emerging market societies, more. Gartner, somewhat, but not. I haven't been following it this year. But the name is very familiar, and I like the space. It looks good, man. I'd have to let me look a little bit more and find out why they went from 500 to 200, but Mr. Mose, see, Mr. Mose, you tell me these good ones at the right time where I want to look into them. I remember when you brought me MTN, that was fire. So y'all should learn from Mosby there. Those are ones where I'm pulling them out on a 10-year, bro, and this, at least, this works. It has momentum. You're not paying the major premium, but it's value. You see what I'm saying? We just need to find out why. So I could put it on a list and look into it, but off top, I haven't been tracking it. But, you know, depending on how this plays, you know, that could be your opportunity there. Cheap energy made China and emerging markets rip, but oil had to dip because Russia's really on some shit. They paved the way to take Ukraine and said they're gonna annex it. Like, whoa. That was the first sanction. $100 barrels down to 80 started tanking. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Good morning.
That gives a PEG ratio of 2.0. Some of the Mag 7 are a little bit more expensive. Don't really want to talk about Tesla. Some of them are cheaper, like an NVIDIA, which is the biggest stock in the universe, and it has a 1.4 times PEG ratio, which frankly is cheap.
Okay. Speaking of NVIDIA and these other mega caps, Morgan Stanley out with a note today, excuse me, that says mega cap tech stocks are more underowned versus the S&P 500 exiting the second quarter of 2025 than at any point in the last 16 plus years. NVIDIA is now the most underowned large cap tech stock, followed by Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Broadcom, while Intuit remains the most overowned name. Joe, you have spoken most recently about Apple being underowned. It is, and you can explain this for our viewers, it's counterintuitive. And I have the monitor of Josh in front of me, the large monitor that people can't see, where he snickered a little bit as I read that. Because when you read that and you say NVIDIA is now the most underowned large cap tech, or that mega cap techs are more underowned versus the S&P exiting this quarter than at any time in the last 16 and a half years, you're like, what? How's that possible?
Because people panic and react the same way. And through the course of market history, they have proven to be remarkably consistent. If you think about the fall, we went through that period where it looked like we were having what? The easing backdrop. And the market rotated. It rotated into areas like industrials and financials, and it moved away from semiconductors, and it moved away from mega cap technology. And then you moved into the early part of 2025, and you had that April Liberation Day massive shakeout in the market. And yes, it presented a scenario where you had a lot of growth managers who moved away from these mega cap companies. And very quickly, because the revenue growth and the earnings were present, they had to rebuild positions. And I've said there is no better example of that than what we have witnessed in Apple over the last 3.5 weeks, the rebuilding of position. We talked at the end of July about when we rebalanced the quality momentum ETF. I said at that time we were seeing momentum building for the very first time in the Mag 7, momentum that we hadn't seen build since the latter part of 2023. So it kind of all fits together, and unfortunately, it really reflects the emotional element and the deficiencies that we all have when thinking about investing. And
but yeah. And then Sam, I love you, Sam, okay? But you need to lock in, brother. So put the calls. We're not even talking about any of that. None of that was on the watch list. That's not what matters right now. You should be focusing on the long term in value. And if you want to do the trading, you got to be locked in fully. It can't be like that and then picking up random info and then saying you're watching the watch list and then asking me nothing about the watch list. So I love you and you know that, but that's not the standard that we have set here, brother. And if you want to make money on options right now, you got to wait till panic. That's what I was telling people even yesterday, and we've had easy fucking plays just waiting for that. And then just don't force it. And that's what I'm saying. You don't need to learn the stuff that we learned a long time ago. It's not going to help you right now. What's going to help you is having a plan for the long term, sticking with it, going for value, and then for the trades, taking what we know about options and the pricing and the 2 standard deviations, and then waiting for panic. And then once there's real moments, we're all going to make money. That's what's happened every time this year with real panic. But when it's no panic and everyone's after the move happens and then people try to force something, that's where people are losing. So like we talked about, even the days where people get banned the most within 24 hours, those are the biggest days. That's more panicky. It kind of makes more sense. So that's what you should be looking for. Everything else is going to waste your time. That's where I've seen people, I've been talking about it a lot this year. People are underprepared. And even then, I love some of y'all. But just because I like you, that does not mean you're prepared, unfortunately. So everything I'm saying could apply to all of you if you do not take it seriously. And you have to apply yourself in that sense if you're going to gamble, if you're going to do the trade. Otherwise, long-term, super easy. Super duper easy. You got a couple of names there and then that's it. But then wait till the market. We're waiting for fireworks. That's what I keep saying on the watch list. Fireworks. That's the panic. And we got a little dose of it with UNH and Intel, and I'm glad we took advantage, but the opportunities come and then they go. You got to be there. And when it's time to position, that's when you position, right in the panic. But if there's no panic, you're probably going to just lose money and then just go to the long term. That's all we got to do. Simple, super simple. That's where I'm like, man, the plan is so easy and straightforward. The hard part is sticking with it and staying locked in. Not a reco means not a recommendation. So if you don't understand that, you need to cancel your stream alerts immediately. So actually tell me what your name is so I could remove you. Because when you signed up, it says you understand all that. If you do not understand that, you are not allowed to be on there. I'm not trying to get people on there who don't understand it. So if you are lying about it and say you don't understand it and then ask me, I have to remove you. So please email your name. I already banned you from the chat as to show you we don't support that, bro. I'm not with that. I'm not trying to make money off people gambling dumb. I'm trying to make people money so that we could build something for the long run. I'll make you really rich so that you could help support and build something big, but not blindly gambling and not understanding. So yeah, I can't accept that. The hardest part is doing nothing. I agree. I really do. It's annoying now. I know you're getting annoying now too, so I will remove you as well. Next. Like I'm saying, the big opportunity days, more bans. I made a lot of money today. A lot of bans today. I don't know what it is. There's no more opportunity anymore, but then again, maybe if this ban number goes up like 10 more times, then maybe we might get one. We are near the lows. Exactly. You got to pay attention and do nothing at the same time. Very difficult. That is exactly the contradiction that you need to learn to live in. Exactly. You have to be paying attention by every second, but then you're not going to do something every second. How do you balance that? If you could balance that, you're going to be great. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I could help you, because I am watching every day. I will watch every minute. I won't miss a minute. But at the end of the day, you got to, the gap in between that, you got to reconcile it. Any tips on being disciplined? Little by little. Momentum. Fear hates momentum. Just start moving. Get disciplined in little things, little by little. Make yourself very manageable, easy rules, and then stick with it. And then the more you stick and do something, you're going to get success in it. So start small with discipline, you'll be successful. And then you're going to want to do it more. And then there you go. hit by hit. We're gonna go hoop. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I think a lot of y'all have been hooping lately. Y'all will see the appeal. Deep down, I'm just getting y'all ready so we can have a Chad team. But, you know, I'm glad. I'm glad. You're 6'4", about to dunk on some 5th graders. I'm laughing because it's really true, but then I don't have that experience. You know that? I get on the court and then the 5th graders are like, I'm about to go dunk on this old guy. So, but then I ball on them. So, we'll see. You'll be surprised, man. I wish you luck. I wish you're gonna get a reality check today. You're either gonna do really bad or really good. That's what happened to me, bro. That's what happened to me. And I would feel hella confident. And then I was like, oh my gosh, why am I so confident? I don't have any reason to be confident. Oh my goodness. This week, all public Instagram accounts will have AI translations. Duolingo. Dude, do you guys hear the tinfoil on Duolingo? They're already down 7. Didn't they have earnings? But you guys know there's Duolingo tinfoil. Dude, that's crazy. Do you guys know the Duolingo tin? I could tell you if you would like. I mean, we're near the lows, but we do got philo in like 30 minutes. The tinfoil is that Duolingo doesn't really teach you anything. Yeah. No, bro, I've heard people, they're like, I've spent 3 years on Duolingo learning Spanish to learn Chinese. I'm like, what? So yeah, they're like, people are talking, they're just like, you don't learn anything on Duolingo. Like, it doesn't teach you languages. Like, they say it's just like a weird interactive course that, like, it's like a game and it just keeps people involved. But like, people are like, bro, I learned more of a language in a week with like a book than like 2 years with Duolingo. Yeah, it's not Rosetta Stone. So the tinfoil is like, it's not really like a language learning device. It's just a game. That's it. It's like an app. It's like a video game. That's it. And it just built a community as a video game. That's the tin. It's not really like a language thing. It's just a game. I heard someone say it. It blew my mind because I'm like, I can kind of see that. Not true, but it helped you with French. I know, but how long? How long did you spend learning French? That's the delay. That's why I'm not saying you can't learn from. I know people who taught themselves English by watching Netflix. They literally learn just from television. But how long did it take you and how much did you spend? That's the real kicker. I guess it's not tin, it's just perspective. I agree. I heard it though and it tripped me out. You took a French. Material, I think it was more moves on like tariffs with copper and the pricing, and then something about like prioritizing certain materials with the DOW or the Department of Homeland, but it was already dead, like 5 to 7%. They all just got murdered. But I think that's the reason. I'm not debating that people love it. I just don't think they're learning. That's the problem. People love the app and they use it, but it's not effective, is what people have said. But then again, I've never used it. I'm an idiot. I can't learn any languages anymore. I'm so bad at languages, bro. I don't get it. For someone who speaks such good English, I can't learn anything else. That's it. I know sign language, Arabic, a little bit of Spanish growing up in San Diego, and then that's it. English. And Pig Latin. Ixpe, Igpe, Atinle. No? Okay. I tried. Sorry, A. My bad. Okay, my bad. Hey, man, shut up. Pig Latin went hard back in the day. What are you talking about? You don't remember? I remember long-term lay. Yeah. Woo! Ave say N percente. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, bro. You remember in, like, elementary school, bro? I remember they tried to gatekeep me out of Pig Latin. You don't remember that? I remember. I was like, what do you guys... They were gatekeeping. Yeah, it was a secret language, bro. They were gatekeeping. Fuck y'all. I figured it out, kind of. But yeah, it wasn't that cool. Oh, now I say it X amount of years later. Now they think I'm a crackhead. Great. Oh, it wasn't that cool. Hey, y'all don't remember. You remember? Yeah, someone had that experience, bro. They bullied us with Pig Latin. They straight bullied us for no reason. All because we couldn't put the letter at the end. I'm like, why? What do you mean pigs don't speak Latin? And Latin is original. What do you mean? You just dyslexic. That's it. That's it. They were just dyslexic the whole time, trying to get us to play along. Bullshit. You. Still. Dollar is popping. That's why I put it up. So imagine rotation is draining. You're coming back down. Bonds haven't moved. That might be your signal because low key that started everything, but not really. Now the dollar's rocketing up. India and China agree to resume direct flights between Chinese mainland and India at earliest convenience. Woo. Push-ups, more like foot-ups. Yeah, we got to. It's good, bro. I've been trying to, like, even my ankles. That's what I've realized. I'm trying to get my collapsed arch back. That's it, bro. Good progress. Good progress. But yeah, stand up, move around. You got an hour, every hour, bro. If you move around and take care of your body, that's a good investment too. That's an easy one. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Can we do it? Can we be like a church, you guys? I want to be like a church for a second. I want to make like a major theme and then like hammer it home for like 2 weeks at a time. So that's what I want to like work on, okay? I want the easy ones. I really want to train you all to take the easy ones. Does that make sense? Everywhere in life, I need you to take the easy ones. That's the main concept here. That's why, like, if you wanna, I'm not holding it against any of you. I already forgive you. You know why? Because I made a lot of fucking money. That's why. I don't care. I care about my performance. That's what you should care about. So, like I'm saying, we're over it already. But like, I'm gonna keep reminding you, the goal that you need to train yourself and learn is to take the easy ones. Long term, that's an easy one, bro. Easy money. Take it. Push-ups, easy, bro. You have 1 hour a day. You're gonna sit here for 7 hours a day. I need you to take the easy actions that are minimal, that produce a lot. That's gonna train you to be rational. That's it. The hard ones, don't worry about the hard shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Who cares about hard, difficult things? But you need to learn to take the easy ones. Because if you hit all the easy ones, who cares how you perform on the hard ones? Because let me put it this way. If I don't know how you're going to do on the hard ones, but then you miss half of the easy ones, ta-da, then there you go. So I encourage you, man. Stocks, options, long-term, your body, your time, your management. Take the easy ones, bro. Take the easy ones. So you're here every day. 1 hour a day. If you do something for 2 minutes, that's easy. That's what I'm saying. Just lift your toe up strategically. Stand up strategically. Just do that. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's easy. Easy. To help you, to prevent things, to get you in the lead. That's easy. Why wouldn't you, bro? Just stand up and move. That's it. That's what I'm saying. At first, it's like, put up, No, bro. That's an easy one. That's the easiest thing you're going to be able to get. That's the easiest thing with your health and wellness that you're going to get. You know that? Because the next one is doctors and sickness and everything else. Or then you're like me and your fucking toe doesn't work. And then you're like, oh shit, I should have just moved it. Like the easy, that's it. I'm suffering for not taking the easy ones. We all do. I'm okay with failing hard. I'm okay with difficult things not working out. But I don't like it when we fail the easy stuff. Does that make sense? And you shouldn't either. I don't want any of you to ever miss the easy. And that once you start learning that, oh man, life becomes even better. Okay, now I gotta do these toes, bro. Woo! Alright, now I gotta stand up. I'm gonna put on the propaganda. You're doing Duolingo right now? Okay, you can't Google this, okay? What does this mean?
Maison. Maison.
What does that mean? Pop quiz, motherfucker. This is what I'm saying, bro. Oh yeah, because I typed it in, bro. Look, you all beat him. I rest my case. I rest my case.
Maison.
Maison. Maison. Shit, I was gonna look at a stock. What was it? Maison. Oh, Meta. Yeah, the AI division headline. They've been doing a lot. Yeah, it's tweaking off that headline, but now it's going up. Maison. It's French. He said he was learning French. Maison. Yes. Maison. Meta expected to announce Tuesday division restructure. Yeah. I have that up there. It's weird because they were talking about splitting up the unit for super intelligence over the weekend and on Monday. I think it could be good. I think it profits if they do a spin-off. So if Meta spins off a stock, everyone's gonna go crazy and buy it. But other than that, any restructuring that doesn't lead to another entity, I view that as Mark Zuckerberg hiding his spending problem. But then, and again, I've held this stock from day one, so I do have some knowledge about it. The French. Dude, what was my dad saying? I was with my dad. My dad was talking to my girlfriend's mom, and like they were talking about like Europe. And my dad was like, "Oh, everyone loves the French. The French people are so nice." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Dad, the French are really rude." I'm like, "What are you saying?" But apparently my dad loves the French people and they love him. But I'm like, aren't French people usually rude? Because like my French friends are so blunt. I love it, but they've never been regarded as like the friendly people. That's it. And my dad is like, "I love the French. Wow, they're so nice." Yeah, I've never been to France. I want to go, but you're not supposed to go to like France. You're supposed to go to south of France. Like, I got a friend who lives there. It's fucking dude. Olivier has a house in south of France. But it's a nice place. But you can't go to the city. That's what they told me. It's just not as nice in the dude. Palantir's getting washed. Wyoming state debuts U.S. dollar stablecoin on Seven's blockchain. What is that? What's Seven's? And then Zuckerberg planning to shake up. That's reiterating. What is it? Is it S? What? I don't even know. What's Seven blockchain? But yeah, dude, Wyoming stablecoin. How are they allowed to do that? I thought with the Genius Act, they're not allowed to. Yeah, the state of Wyoming debuts a U.S. dollar stablecoin on 7 blockchains. I think Crypto Daily is the source. Very weird. Because I don't know if that meets with the Genius Act. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're allowed to, but or they're doing some weird Donald Trump thing where it's just like, well, it's a coin, but it's the name and likeness of the Wyoming up at the... What? That's what I'm saying. It sounds like a loophole, if anything. That's very random. Wyoming. I want to go to Jackson Hole. Actually, I should look. If there's cheap hotels, I'll leave tomorrow and I'll see if I could find Powell. If it's not overpriced, because actually no, I always do this. Every time the week of Jackson Hole, I look it up and it's so expensive. I'm like, who would pay that much for Wyoming if you're not in the Fed? But then, yeah. So... Okay, SPY going lower. You got crypto coming up, coin on the high, but like I'm saying, we have you've drained that little rotation. It's hard to say all of it because UNH and healthcare is having an effect. You still have staples in the green by almost 1%. So there is still a rotation, but it's just a little weaker from what you had in the morning. It was very clear in the morning. It was very obvious, but now some names have pulled back a little bit. Powell has never met Uncle. I'll tell you though, Uncle has had discussions, like actually. So I'll tell you this. I've never told you. I think I have, or I don't know. But Uncle has spoken to Peter Thiel a couple of times. So that did happen back in the day. Well, not too long ago. But yeah, Uncle has talked to Peter Thiel, but never Powell. Uncle has spoken with Bill Ackman as well, but no one else. Not really. Uncle's a really, what's the word? A recluse. He's kind of like Howard Hughes in his own weird way. Like a few years ago. It was somewhat recently. I've never spoken to Don Lemon, neither has Uncle, but he watches like a little hoe. What you Druckenmiller? He's dope. I mean, most people are, I don't know, like, I got decent vibes from anybody if it's just natural. So, and you'd be surprised what you could learn. BOK just sold $500 million of Bitcoin. That could, again, we were talking about on the watch list, man, and just everything, how it's playing. Like, Bitcoin is the only thing this month that has actually moved. So if you're looking for seasonality, that's the only thing that has actually moved down this month. So if it, either markets catch up with it or they don't, but that's kind of what has people on edge a little bit. I don't know if I have a good philo today. You know, I think philo in general, though. All of the philos this year, man, I've been loving them. And I hope you have too, because they've just been, I don't know, man. I'm on a treasure hunt. And I'm very grateful for revelation, man. I really, really am. And like, God is good, bro. So I really hope you have liked the Philos, man. But like, fuck liking it. Like, I hope it has planted a seed that is, you know, bared fruit, because it has. And that's why I'm like, bro, it's truly phenomenal. And I don't know, man. It's so humbling, because I look back at the times when I look and I'm like, God, why this, why that? Or I'm like, God, you know, and the whole time, bro, you know, his plan was way better than mine. So I'm very grateful. And that's why it's good to learn, bro. And that's why I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter how you feel. I don't care if you like it, don't like it. Like, all I care about is the fruit, bro. For real. And you should too. And I really hope it does bear fruit. Woo! All right. So there it is. A little bit more of a flush. You're about, what, an hour out of Euro close now? So, like I'm saying, you could put up staples in healthcare. Like, look at MO, Dominion, Coca-Cola, T-Mobile. There's runners right now, but it's very, very different. So yeah, if XLP gets washed, then I'd get worried. But if XLP keeps climbing like this, your equal weight's gonna hold up. So equal weight kind of looks like it's just getting gapped right now, but yeah, it's so weird. Staples are holding pretty good. So unfortunately, this is just like a weird mix of all the other Mag 7s and all that. Yeah, equal weight's up, but it's coming down, and then it's just staying pinned there. Meanwhile, Dow is now down. Like, there was a, what, 0.5% gap? It was inversing the NASI, but now the NASDAQ has gone down now to 1.3, and then you lost another 0.5% on the Dow. So every like 0.5% on the Dow today, it's equaling, or like every 0.25% on the Dow is like 0.5% to 0.4 on the NASI. It's very interesting. And then utilities climbing up. But look at the low ticker. It's almost fully juiced right now. You got a couple of these names that we're watching that are still up, but remember, there's way more names that were green. They're probably still green, but now those names are adding the pressure, unfortunately. Yeah, NASDAQ 54 red, 47 green. That flipped. It was 60 or 70 earlier. Yeah, SPY only 342. Remember last time I told you it was like 420 in the green? So yeah, you had almost 100 names flip red just in this little box right here. So yeah, you are, and they're not bad, but just like I said, they had room to go down. So the green turned red. SQQ VIX. A variation of this. It either does nothing at all like yesterday, or yeah. Or it's like it's broken up into like beginning of the week moves, end of the week doesn't, or beginning of the week doesn't move, end of the week does. So yeah, I see what you're saying. I can't put a finger on exactly the pattern, but we deal with this in the beginnings of the week. And we don't have anything. It's still summer, so we're kind of waiting for that. You want to add to the long term? What does the cash say? How much cash you got? What percentage? That'll tell you. We have data. You got Fed minutes tomorrow. And then ISM manufacturing could, speak to a little bit of the jobs market. But other than that, Jackson Hole, really. But like I've said several times here, we even talked about on the watch list last night, Jackson Hole brings a strong expectation just because of what happened in 2022. So that's I don't know. I would love for something to happen on Jackson Hole, but in the last decade, it's only happened once. So we'll see. We will see, but that's Friday. That's what everyone's waiting for. The believe it or not, volatility is extremely high for Friday. So you're pricing in more for that than any of the next couple of weeks. You have more volatility priced for Jackson Hole than you do for NVIDIA earnings. And then, like we talked about yesterday, NVIDIA earnings might be that could be the other checkpoint in between now and the SCP. Shot. Yeah, where did it go to in September? This is what we talked about yesterday. Yeah, that's the thing. It's only $1 though. So if you go look at the option chain, those like ones out of the money, they're not going to hit the same way. It's actually priced for break even then. Those little fuckers. So if you go look, the call for Shide to get you there, it's the same price as the breakout. So like your break even is literally here. Ah. So like I'm telling you, it could go up to like 83.20, right? The 83 contract is going for 20 something cents. That means your break even is right here. The market is literally pricing what I told you yesterday. So yeah, it's an opportunity. The question is, how much can you make? Can we make money off of it? And how can we do that? But the idea is there if you watched yesterday and you're looking ahead for the Fed. Coco, Timo Mo, bro, that one's just ripping. McKinley acquisition, full exercise of over allotments with public offering. Oh, right. He might do that. That's so funny. Now that I think about it. I think he might though. Bro, what if Donald Trump does go live while Powell is talking? I think he might. That's what happened the last times and it blew my mind, but like Donald Trump will do that. I think Donald Trump wants to do that. He likes to take the spotlight from Powell because I think he doesn't want people to keep praising Powell that same way. So some of the last meetings, yeah, bro, he did it on FOMC and I was mind blown. So like low key, bro, I think that's a good idea to keep in mind. I would in a weird way kind of get ready for that. And that's what I'm saying, where like if Jackson Hole does what Jackson Hole usually does and it's not that big of an event and then Trump comes on speaking, Trump speaking might have more importance. It's going to or it could cause panic. So that's the beauty about this week, whether it's Trump or not. But Jackson Hole, if it causes panic, we're going to make some money. If it doesn't, you're going to lose money paying the panic prices without panic. That's how people are going to either get fucked up or benefit this week. Does that make sense? Just think about it. It's pricing in more volatility than NVIDIA. So if we get to Jackson Hole and nothing happens, you're just paying really high for nothing. And that's how a lot of people will lose. But then if we get to Jackson Hole, whether it's Trump, Jackson Hole, whatever it is this week, and people are like kind of, oh my gosh, he said what? He said, oh my gosh, it's surprisingly whatever, panic, boom, the premiums will move. Ta-da. Levitt live in 9. Levitt. And then, bro, I don't know. Maybe I'll just rant during Philo. But it kind of does have to do with all of this shit, bro. I was getting ready for the watch list last night, and I see a live stream up, and it was finance. I usually don't click on them. And it had a lot of viewers, and I click on it, and tell me why. It's just people sitting in front telling their audience of 5,000 people to just keep buying stocks at all-time highs, I don't get it. So yeah, it's very pervasive. I think you guys don't hear my my logic as much in the world as everywhere else. So stop buying things at all-time highs. Looking for that White House video reminded me of that. A repump. FDA warns public not to eat radioactive shrimp sold at Walmart. No, it was like Financial Mastery or something. It was like a group of guys, and they seemed like they were trying to empower and help people. But then I'm just like, I just listened to it before I was getting pissed, because I was like, dude, and I just see the chat, and I'm looking at hundreds of people debate as to on why they should be buying stuff this late at this high. It's so crazy. And then they're talking as if it's like gonna change their lives. It's very wild, bro. So yeah, I don't know. You're more like, the crowd right now is all saying something else than some of the different stuff that I think will get you there. Trader TV, they just copy whatever I do. They're hoes. They've been doing that. I like it. You guys have you seen what they offer? They just pump on you all day. And then the people in their chat who already that's why, bro. I think at the end of the day, like, all the people who have like copied and then went one way and then like scammy, I'm glad, because I'm just gonna keep doing me, and I think little by little you guys will see it more and more. But it's up to you. That's why I said, you guys, it's your responsibility. You'll make the money or not. And then now, like, I've seen so many, and I'm just like, you could see there's a clear difference, and it is what it is. So, but I just do feel bad that people are getting misled, like, genuinely. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just straight up. I hope you hear me, and that's why, like, if you're wise enough right now and you don't take the bait, bro, let me help, and I want to help, and like, let's take it, bro. We could do very good. But you hear a lot of stuff out there right now, man, and it's, believe me, they will pull you to ruin, and not like, I don't think that's everyone's intention either. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was listening to those guys yesterday, they didn't seem like scammers. They didn't seem like, I don't think they were like as ill. Like, I think Trader TV has a really bad intention. That's why they pump on their audience. They dump it. You see it with the prop funds. Like, I could tell their intention. These other guys I'm talking about yesterday, they didn't seem like bad people. They didn't seem like they were trying to like scam their audience, but it still was like, it's bad info. Like, that's all. Like, it's gonna hurt them. And that's why I'm like, even if the people mean well, there's a huge generation of people in Wall Street that I think learned the game, but they didn't really learn it. And I think it's starting to show up. Does that make sense? I think there's people who learned the terminology, they clicked buttons, but they don't really understand it. It's scary, actually. I think this is kind of how 08 happened with the mortgage stuff, but it's different. But it's like, yeah, I don't think they understand fully. I think people have built up audiences and a lot of stuff, and I think their audience is more larger and mature than their financial holdings, and they just haven't experienced certain things. But that's why I'm saying I think some people don't mean harm, and I like them more than the people who I know mean harm. But it's just like, yeah, they're telling people this stuff, and I think they mean well, but it's like, dude, why we should have had this conversation at lower prices. And that, even though you picked the right thing, but you picked the awful time, it could wreck people. What do you mean that they don't understand? I think they know that, like, you buy stocks and, like, I think they know the basics, but I don't think they understand true fundamentals. I don't think they understand value and real diversification. Again, I think it's easy to parrot stuff nowadays. And I just don't think people realized a lot more people were parroting rather than understanding. And I think this year is the beginning, but in the next few years, that gap is going to widen. That's why when shit hits the fan, or when, again, as we go through like the tariffs 30% down, that highlighted a big gap. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you understood tariffs, you would have reacted completely different than most of the world did. People didn't understand. I think people know how to copy and reiterate macroeconomics. I don't think they understand fully how the dominoes connect. They know the dominoes fall, but they don't understand the force driving it and how one leads to another and what it is exactly leading it to. I think a lot of people over the years got wrongfully trained, made assumptions, and got rewarded, but that didn't really create the synapse of real learning and like the true understanding. Like, let me put it this way. Can you repeat it? That's what I'm saying. Like, you could replicate it if you really understand it. But I think some things happen, and I don't think people understood it. And I don't think they have the ability to replicate it because they right place, right time, but I don't think real knowledge and real understanding. And that's what I'm saying. I don't say this negatively. I say this to encourage more of it because I'm seeing people and they don't have bad intentions, but unfortunately, objectively listening, I'm like, no way. Like, you have people being told to buy stuff at the most worst time possible, constantly. That's why I'm like, it does get dangerous. Eventually, it won't hurt while it goes up, but this is how people bought shit in 2022 and 2023. And even if the market wasn't down, they could still lose half of their money. Because again, even with Nvidia, it happened. What do you think happened in the last year before a couple months ago? You know, there's people who bought Nvidia at the high, and then it just chilled for like a year. But like, you 150 to 80, you lost 50% of your money. And then if you weren't really trained, if you are likely to buy it here, you're likely to sell it here. Do you get what I'm saying? You shouldn't have, and obviously you're like, oh, but I'll do this. But I'm just telling you, the type of person that buys at the extreme is also likely to sell at the extreme. So do you see what I'm talking about? And that's a small scale, and thankfully it went up. I'm glad that it went up because less people get washed. But there's other names. That's why I kept telling you at the end of last year, I got very, very aggressive about it. And I started banning you, and I was telling you, stop buying what I buy when it's up. Because I noticed this even with myself. And that's why I'm saying I didn't want you guys to do that. That's a danger. That's not good. Because then it could be a good idea. It could be a good thing, but at the wrong time. Now you're paying 50% more, and that's it. Then that's the problem. Even if they got the 10-year rule. Do you see what I'm saying? That we're talking the difference between a hopeful start and depression in a year. Y'all don't get it. This is the difference between the man who continues for 10 years and the man who quits. Just like my sister. Think about it. Hope. Because now you buy here, then you get discouraged here. What are you going to do in the next couple of years? You're going to hesitate now. You're going to be, you see what I'm saying? Because then the same people were telling you, it's good. Oh, yeah. And you thought that it was. But how come it, you see what I'm saying? So it's a trip. But that's why I'm telling you right now, preparation and that mindset and executing properly, real understanding, it may not be sexy, but it's going to help you a lot. Otherwise, it's going to get very easy to get tripped up. And I just little by little, I mean, the traps are winding. So I know they're winding, but we're not scared. We're still activating, right? You know, you get in every moment. Okay, you're hitting a new low. Switzerland offers Putin immunity, ready to host peace talks. Oh, shit. Yeah, you got that little... Bonds are at the high. So see, if all of the equal weight flushes and bonds go up, that'll look ugly. Any thoughts on qubits? Go back to Trader TV, brother. You were the one asking me about Trader TV, and then you're asking me about qubits for the long term. So I think that just explains everything I said. So yeah, I'd stay away and be careful. I'm not tolerating that. A little bit of rotation today, just big tech's down. So I wouldn't call it a downtrend, but we are the lowest we've been in like 5 days. But then again, some names like even the Dow are like right next to a market all-time high. Teva discontinues manufacturing of finasteride tablets. Huh? No more finasteride for Teva. See what Hims does off of that. That's either going to help or hurt Hims. Yeah, the hair pills manufactured by Teva. Oh, and then Caroline's gonna be live here. She was supposed to be on. Caroline. Yeah, TLT's tweaking out too. So see what happens here. Like I'm telling you, if the bonds get too fearful and then we flush any of the rotation, that's not a good sign. Because then it's just now the NASDAQ is, like I told you, I was like, dude, you'll be down 2%. You're at 1.5 now. So do you see what I'm saying? You're not like fully panicky yet, and you shouldn't be. But yeah, if you give up the shit that went green today, and then the bonds just fucking run up, then that's telling you something way different, especially with the dollar up too, and even the yen. So that's what I'm saying. It's just a little bit odd in the rotation looked good in the morning, but then it also makes you a little hesitant right here because it's still holding and you can't tell. Crypto already dropped the ball. It's not bad. I mean, 116 is still ridiculous, but yeah, it was just at 120 something. That's the only thing that's like moved a decent amount from the highs this year or this month. Okay, it's new low on the SPY. Dow is fully there. Wait till equal weight goes red. You still got another quarter or so just under that. Yeah, Bitcoin's at 113 now. But like, you see what I'm saying? That's the only thing from the top that is like, that's 10K. That's like what, 10% almost? So it's like a decent amount, but that's the only asset class that is really like moved from the little box this month. That's why, again, we talked about it last night on the watch list. So you should have had a jump, but we still don't know how it's going to materialize. Bibsy. A Bibsy. I don't know. I think Boeing and then some of the military stuff and then the hype. That's it. I think I was getting hyped and people were getting really hyped on the war shit. But then now when they're like next week. So Boeing's going to do it again next week. But now I'll probably reposition towards the end of the week. I'm just waiting till they die even more. But I don't think it's off of any other news besides just it front ran, outperformed. And then there was a lot of that war stuff that could lead into positivity for them. And like trade deals and opening it up, but it just faded right when they said next week, 2 weeks, all that. That's at least my take. Where's Intel? I think Intel will tell you a lot too, because then that could either, if it really flushes, then that'll show you how people feel. But if that gets a bid while everything flushes, then that'll tell you more rotation. So it'll signal a little bit for you. The material plays got worked first, then defense was like back in. All the premium just deflated and everything on defense, because people got really hyped on the piece, and then now we're just stalling. So then premium dies. All right, well, Chatadonia, I hate to leave you at the lows, but we got to talk about Jesus. You know that. You know, yesterday I hit the Intel play and then went to Jesus. That's how it worked. Within 30 minutes. So it's beautiful. But I'm gonna get back to my Jesus stuff, okay? So I hope I see you there. If not, don't worry, you don't have to be there unless you want to. And then today we got close. We got 12 bands today. So again, but then it's a lot of opportunity. We've learned something with the band metric. We had what, 17 members, I think, grand total of 29 new members. So you still outperform the bands, but like I'm saying, try to listen, follow the rules, and like I'm saying, bro, I'm only holding this standard so that you guys really get clarity and like act when you should, like act ahead of time. That's all. I was banning people to just have, I want focus, man. I want I want better opportunity. So yeah, listen up, baby. Just listen before it all, and even then, you decide how you want to get involved in this next moment. But you got the responsibility, baby. I will see you there. But Chad, if I don't see you there, have a good rest of your day. And God bless Americans. And God bless the vets. And everyone else too. And thank you, baby Jesus. TLT's running. Spy near the lung. I will see you at Philo. Peace.